feel like welcome back, Cotter. I've been gone so long. Everybody, it is T-Roy. I'm here with my buddies, Jay Bird and Adrian. I know no one's missed me, so whatevs. Hi, guys.
Whatevs.
I just feel more comfortable over here. Like, I feel like this is how it's supposed to be. Like,
Yeah.
sitting over there really wasn't for me, I feel like. I'm just really glad you're back.
And Jay had a condom on his microphone, too.
Yeah,
it was so neat.
I thought that was new. I was like, he must have got a new mic. That's
I just thought things changed since I've been gone.
Top Dog got the new mic over there.
Yeah. I thought he was like going to have new intro music for me, like, Since You Gone by the Cars.
Yeah. Okay.
And,
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear both of you guys.
I feel like the last time you were on, we were talking about the Fast and the Furious movies.
Yeah,
It's like
I
one of the
feel
last
so
times.
too.
Remember
Yeah.
that? It's good times.
Yeah, just
And then you left us.
Well, busy into the summer for me. Just insane. And despite what everybody thinks, nobody here got in a fight.
Yeah.
You haven't been on the show. Is everything okay? Yeah,
Sure.
yeah. Jay farted in my face when I was sleeping. That's what happened.
Got a little pink eye.
Yeah,
Sure.
that's what he gets, man. I told him not to do it anymore, and he did it twice. That's it.
Well, here we are.
Farted me once. Mm-hmm. Farted me twice. Shame on you.
Big week. Big weekend.
Yeah. How about them Hawkeyes?
And we were staying away from it.
Why?
Just did.
You stayed away from watching it?
No, we stayed away from
Talking about it?
Betting on it.
Well, going into it, right? We were all nervous. I mean, I didn't.
Yeah.
I mean, as a collective group of Hawkeye fans, is what I'm saying. Like, they're ranked higher than us, coming to town.
'Kay.
The hype is good coach, coming off a record win seasons in the Big Ten for their team. Indiana's never been a football school. Let's just be honest here. So what they were doing is unprecedented. Good for Indiana. Like, great for the program. I have no problem with Indiana or anybody. It's not like you're upset with Indiana when it comes to any sport, really, even basketball, right? Quarterback is a returning starter, hyped up. Listen, our defense looked really good against a guy that's supposed to be really good, right?
Yeah.
It was by kickoff. I was far away from
Really?
that stay away.
Okay.
I started putting it together, and I was like, okay, T-Roy, everything you're saying, the wins, the amount of wins they had last year.
Yeah.
The one over Penn State, iffy, was he in, was he not in? Gave Ohio State a scare. Looking good, going in the right direction. And then I just started putting in, they played in front of 0 fans last year. Mm-hmm. They're coming into Kinnick, week 1. They kind of have this attitude where Tom Allen's like, Iowa's where we want to be. It was never, we're here, we're knocking on the door. It's like, where Iowa is where we want to be. So you still kind of had that coach mentality thing. But opening week, Iowa City, you're a ranked team, Iowa's a ranked team. The fans were going to bring it, and they brought it. Like, I'll take you through the whole thing. Like, that run obviously was a big run right at the beginning.
56 yards?
Yeah, 56 yards. But then you have, so you have that third down play or second down or whatever else. And, I mean, they can't hear. They could not hear. Like, 77 had 2 false starts. By the second time, he's like, I can't hear anything. The crowd was that into it. So then you have that thing where he does the forward lateral, which it's like the third thing we learn when you're playing backyard football is that you can't do a forward lateral. And they're like, yeah, it was an incomplete pass. I don't know how, so we're all just like, what? This is crazy.
Well, it was underhand.
Yeah. They call it incomplete
wasn't
pass.
a shuffle.
Uh-uh.
Yeah, there was. I couldn't figure out how that was. And then there was I thought it was a bogus roughing the passer, which would have been another interception and a pick six, I believe, if that happens, I think. But either way, they call that roughing the passer. And I thought that was kind of bogus, too. I mean, it was, he kind of pushed him.
But you get into that, then it goes into third down, and he just, the route wasn't working with him. It bounced off the receiver's hands into Riley Moss, and right there, you're up 14-0.
Yeah.
They never scored a touchdown. This is like the 23rd straight game Iowa's given up 25 points or less. It's the number 1 in the nation in Power Fives.
Oh, yeah, they have a streak going on right now.
Yeah.
Defensively. And their streak from how they ended last season to where they're at now is insane, too. Mm-hmm. I think that's 8 straight wins now, I believe.
Seven straight wins.
Seven straight? Okay.
They start off 0-2 and they won 6 straight.
Okay.
Well, yeah. Unless
Did they only play 8 games last year? They didn't play a bowl game.
They didn't play a bowl game. Yeah.
So, yeah, you're probably right. I thought they were at 7, but I could be wrong. But either way, they're on a streak. They're hot. They brought back some starters. They lost some starters. We all know that. But, when on that offensive line, let's be honest here, it's a little plug and fill for Iowa.
They got to be feeling pretty good going into this weekend.
I do. After you and I can put a scare on Iowa State like that.
There's your other one. 31.5 is what we opened at, and we were like, "You're nuts." And then, so by finally, our friends downtown and at Lead Sportsbook, they get it on there, and it's UNI plus 29. Hammer it, and I did.
Yeah, so did I.
And it was like, let me explain to you about how these whole things. So I'm talking to Anderson at Tailgate, and I said, Iowa State's going to overlook UNI. This is an in-state rivalry game for UNI, not Iowa State so much. So UNI is going to bring their A game. All right, they've got this one circled just as much as they have anything else in their conference type of games. All right, but anything else, but this is a big deal. Sort of like Iowa State has this one circled for Iowa, and I don't know if they do anymore, but they used to have a countdown clock to this game, and they call it that team and from the East. They don't call it Iowa City. It's in Campbell's head. There's no way he was going to play those starters if they had a 21-point lead. There's no way he was going to keep the starters in overlooking this game.
Yeah.
And get to someone getting hurt. So the 29.5 for UNI was excellent. I mean, 16-10 doesn't look that good, but now you've got game day coming, Iowa State.
Where were they going
Did you watch
originally?
the Illinois game
I thought
at
they
all?
were going to do military because 9/11.
Oh, okay.
But Ohio State, Oregon had to be on their radar too.
Did you watch the Illinois game at all?
I followed it.
What's going on with attendance? Is it because of COVID that there was literally empty seats everywhere down there?
Well, it's not very well attended before.
That's what I'm wondering,
Yeah.
though. Is it just because of that, or are they still doing COVID restrictions there? It didn't seem to me like I saw a lot of people in the stands with masks
Was it
on.
in Champaign?
Yeah. I mean, to me, that was a huge upset.
Oh, it was a big one, especially them coming off their win.
Yeah, I mean,
that was.
And then how
definitely a
bad
big
is
one.
Nebraska?
Well,
What I'm getting at is you lose to Illinois, and Illinois ends up losing to University of Texas San Antonio.
Yep.
I mean, I'm not afraid of Nebraska right now. I'm sorry.
No.
But I want to know. I mean, Bielema has some cleaning up to do. I mean, this isn't on him per se. I mean, he still has a lot of things to change, whatever else. But I don't know. Just weird to me. I don't understand why. It's a huge state with a population that should really root for Illinois, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah.
You would think.
Northwestern, not really, though.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I just odd to me there wasn't more people in the crowd.
Talking about that winning streak that Iowa has, and during that winning streak, Iowa's outscored its opponents 248 to 89, averaging 35.4 points per game offensively, while allowing 12.7 points per game during this winning streak. The 34 points scored last Saturday were the most in a Big Ten opener for Iowa since scoring 42 at Penn State in 2002. Obviously, we know about Riley Moss. He was named the Walter Camp Foundation Player of the Week with 2 more games to go. They were just like, no, we're going to give it to him. Tight end U still going. Sam Laporta had 83 receiving yards. That was a career high for him.
He had like a drop or 2.
Mm-hmm.
Could have been a lot more.
So,
what was Petrus' final stat line?
It was not that good.
Wasn't really
I didn't
great.
think it was, but
It was, let's see here.
There were some drops, though. I mean, a lot. It wasn't all.
They're going to be talking about it's and defensive backs too had a couple drops as well, so they're going to be talking about that. Let's see. I can see, but I don't have those stats in front of me. I should know. I don't know why I don't. Let's see. Iowa's won 7 straight Big Ten games for the 5th time in the last 30 years. Iowa won 8 straight conference games in 2015 and 2008, 7 straight in 2004 and 1991. It's so game days this weekend. Obviously, we're going to remember that, Carson King thing, the Bush Light.
Yeah, he'll be back, right?
he's doing the.
Is he doing the? Is that for sure?
Yeah, I think so. Him and that kid, right?
They're doing what?
Are they coming out for the coin toss and like?
Oh no! I was thinking about who's going to be the celebrity guest picker that they have coming out every, when you have game day. It's usually someone I don't know. People obviously we're going to you try to get somebody local, but I don't know who to get. I think Carson King was on the list. I think someone said they wanted Kevin Costner. I don't know why.
Maybe Probably just the Field of Dreams thing, still banking
I
off that.
guess.
Yeah, it's baseball.
I mean, I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know. How about one of us?
Yeah, well, I do want to call. I'm going to see. She's out in California now. She's not going to do it. But remember when Lucy wanted to do it, Rodine?
Like, yeah.
Yeah, so I want to call her.
Did you see, too, Leah Van's got an interview with Holly Rowe
Yeah.
on Wednesday?
Yeah,
pretty cool.
she's going to be covering Iowa, so so she's going to go in there and do that. Yeah, it's. But T-Roy, it's good to have you back. We're going to have an interesting
a lot of crazy stuff been going on since I've been gone.
day. We got Guess the Lines coming up.
People lost their damn mind.
Yep. But this weekend, let's see, you've got Michigan and Washington. Washington took a loss to Montana this week. Ohio State,
really?
Oregon's going on. Let's see, Penn State went on the road and beat Wisconsin.
Yep.
We were on that.
Yeah, Wisconsin just could not punch the ball in. Just
Two big turnovers at the end.
huge.
Notre Dame, up and down game, but there were some parts of that where they looked pretty good, and then all of a sudden they kept putting a 3-man front. I watched a lot of that game.
I mean, the part where I went to bed.
Yeah,
I was like, oh, this one's over.
Yeah, Oz made me watch it.
I was all over that game in so many different ways, and I tell you what, I did not.
I took an L.
Yeah. Luckily, I was in on something on money line.
They got
too.
a really good safety and a really good tight end that I can't wait till draft time next year.
Well, the story that
See
came out of
those
that
two.
was Mackenzie Milton, obviously.
Yeah.
Coming back from leg injury and doing that. And they were down 38-20.
Yeah.
Somehow,
18.
got him back, and then obviously it didn't work out in overtime. But yeah,
Kickers.
83 games that we had in the FBS, and our last one was last night. So we go 2 nights without any football, and then Thursday night we got the NFL.
Who's playing?
Cowboys at the Buccaneers.
Oh, hey, that's awesome. Dallas never gets to play in primetime.
Never, ever.
It's just the first game of the year. For what reason?
Yeah, just because, I guess, you know.
You got that big star. And
Well, someone's going to have to hand the Super Bowl champs a loss to start the season.
all right.
Might as well be Dallas, right?
That rarely happens, by the way. The
Oh,
Super Bowl
Jay,
champ
you and
losing
your
on Thursday
rarely
night.
happens. I can tell you when Dallas lost the first game of the year when they were Super Bowl champions. So it happens.
You got to like that Dak Prescott's full go at practice this week.
Oh, yeah. Shoulder schmolder.
Ready to go. Must
Yeah.
be 100%. They're putting him out
Heck
there.
yeah. Team's ready to go. Dan Quinn, DC, proved defense. You can't get any worse than that one last year. That's all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Tom Brady, still probably hung over from the Super Bowl
Said he got
victory.
COVID from that party.
Yeah, good for him.
Came out and was like, yeah, I did get COVID after that party.
Yeah, absolutely. And he's still alive. Shocker.
These guys have played since 2000. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 times since 2000.
Who has?
Cowboys and the Buccaneers.
Oh, yeah?
That's right.
Is the record...
Buccaneers in this 3 and 2.
Probably have the advantage.
Huh?
Buccaneers should probably have that advantage.
What do you,
Maybe.
it's
I don't know. Maybe not.
It's not that. It's not as much as you think. Like,
Did they play last year?
no, they haven't played
no.
since 2018.
So they haven't played Tom yet.
No, they haven't. Let me take you through some things about this game head to head, though. The favorites in this game are 6-4-1 since 2000, but the underdog has covered the last 3 times, and 3 of the last 4 because 2018 was a push. The Buccaneers have not been this large of a home favorite since 2018 when the spread was since 2000. Sorry, when the spread was -10.5, and the Bucs covered that game.
So you're saying that it's higher than what I guessed?
It's not. No, it's not as high as 10.5.
Oh, good.
But it's not been this high. It's been less than a touchdown since in this outside of 2000. Buccaneers are 3-2 against the spread at home in this matchup, and 3-2 straight up. The home team is 6-4-1 against the spread, and 8-3 straight up. Here's the one I want to look at. The total for this game is 52.
Yeah. Over.
No way.
You think over here?
There is no way. First things first. Let me take you through this since 2000. The over is 2-8-1. So the over's only hit twice. Out of all of those 11 meetings, the average number was 41.5. This is almost 10 points. This is 10 points more.
Okay.
Your defense better be better.
Hope so.
That's the only thing that's going to push you over because Tampa Bay's defense is fine.
Is it?
They return
Just Super
all
Bowl
11
champions.
starters. They
Just
return
teasing.
all 11 starters.
I know they're good.
Dak's got shoulder issues.
And I think
Does not.
if Cowboys start showing that they can move the ball a little bit faster, Thompson's going to slow things down on offense. So
Listen,
there's
the
gonna be less time to score.
Bucks are going to be really good. All right, there's chances are they're going to repeat the Super Bowl champs, right?
It's hard to repeat.
It's hard to repeat.
It's hard to repeat, but they have a ton of veteran talent.
Got a great coach, in my opinion.
I'm telling you, I don't see anybody. The teams that have the chance to dethrone them are Dallas, Green Bay, Minnesota, San Francisco, maybe the Rams. But I don't think the Rams are going to be as good as we thought without the running game.
Really? You don't think the Rams are still going to be good?
I think they're going to be good, but that division is brutal.
Yeah, I think that defense is pretty solid too.
Just that division's so brutal. I'm sorry.
I think
But in their division right now, Atlanta's down. New Orleans is a question mark. Carolina, come on. You're going to hang your...
I don't think Carolina's competing. I think that Atlanta and New Orleans both have a chance of competing with them. I think Atlanta's heading in the better direction. They might have been down the last couple years. I think they're heading in a better direction. And they lost so many close games last year.
No, I'm just not
8
worried
losses by 1 score games.
That's fine, but I'm not worried about Atlanta. It's not like you're looking at Atlanta going, ooh.
I don't know why you wouldn't be, I guess.
I'm not. Not if I'm Tampa Bay.
They're better than the Cowboys.
No, they're not. They barely were last year, and Dallas didn't have their starting quarterback.
Dallas
Definitely
had a miracle to come back to win that game.
They had their
Dallas
starting quarterback in that
I'm
game.
just saying, but
In
I'm
that
talking
game,
overall record.
But they had their starting quarterback in the game that
And
they
they
played.
beat them, but I'm saying, but
Yeah.
their overall record, they had a better overall record than Dallas last year, barely. And Dallas didn't have Dak after the next game.
Dallas might not have Dak after this game.
You don't know that.
You don't know that either.
Well, the Bears might not make it either. How about that?
You ain't lying.
You don't know that.
You don't know that.
That's Thursday night kickoff. We don't have a doubleheader on Monday.
Yeah, that was odd, I thought, especially with them trying to promote the Manning brothers on ESPN too. I thought
Well, is that going to be this Monday? Because it's not like every week.
I think it said it was going
It's
to
like
start out.
10 dates of this.
Yeah.
So we got to figure out what the 10 are. So this is going to be a lot of. I listened to an interview with Peyton Manning, and it's going to be a lot of like back and forth if they're like kind of role playing. Like, all right, Eli, what is the quarterback saying to the coach? And as Eli's saying that, he's saying that, and Peyton will take like the role of the coach. Here's what we're seeing. This is why we're doing that. That type of take you behind the curtains that way.
Actually, Dallas had a better record last year than Atlanta.
Did they?
Yeah.
Not so much like Romo.
6-10. Atlanta was 4-12.
Not so much like Romo does takes
They're
you behind the
probably
scene,
better
but yeah, it should be. I think they're going to have a good showing. The Manning brothers on their coverage of the Monday Night
I think
Football.
it's going to have some comedic relief too. Like they'll have some jokes.
Which
in
one?
there.
What is it? It's Peyton and who?
And Eli.
Peyton and
On
Eli, not the other
ESPN
one?
Too. You'll get two
Yeah.
chances. You'll get two options to watch it.
Huh.
Yeah,
All right.
it's gonna go. I think it's gonna go over well.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'd have to look at the dates. I think it's only like maybe 10 out of the 16 weeks. And he's like doing it from like they're not in the same location.
Oh, they're not together.
No, he doesn't want to do that. None of them want to do it.
Are they going to call the next Sycamore Bishop game?
Yeah, maybe.
No?
Maybe they don't want to do the thing where they have to like because Eli is like coaching his daughter's lacrosse team, so he doesn't want to have to like do and then fly somewhere on Sunday night and set up for Monday.
Yeah.
So they're just gonna be doing it like through Zoom, just like two buddies. He said the same thing like the show. He's like, it's just gonna be like two guys just sitting at the bar talking about the game.
Perfect.
Yeah, I think it's gonna go over well.
It totally is.
Yeah, it's Monday Night Football. I wish
Because people are tired of I'm telling you what people are tired of. Them trying to hire somebody that's good at it and put them in a booth in that entire, they've been trying to imitate Howard Cosell and Don Meredith and everything ever since Monday Night Football was around back in 1960, whatever, when it started, right? Yeah, they've been trying to imitate that forever, and they've never been able to do it. Remember when they brought in Dennis Miller?
Oh, yeah. I sure do.
I mean, that was a big fart noise.
There's been a couple times where they've gotten rid of him right away. Like, this does not work.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And Jason Witten, he was like a wet potato on the air. It just all these different things they've tried. And I'm like,
Was
do something
Gruden in the
different.
Monday Night Football? I think he was one of the better ones, wasn't he? Gruden?
He was.
Yeah, he just because it was always entertaining.
Yeah. That's when
The things that came out of his mouth.
That's when Caliendo started doing his impersonation of him. That was so great.
It is right.
Yeah, man.
Well, how quickly do you want to go into the guest alliance, T-Roy? Do you want to do that before we do the season?
Man, I love it. Let's do it right now. I can tell you I got the first one wrong just by what you told me on the thing. That's fine.
All right, so let's take a break. I don't even know if we know where the ads are anymore.
I wouldn't know where the ads were if they bit me in the butt, Jay, but I can tell you about something that happened this weekend, and I want to thank people.
Yeah, go ahead, do that.
I want to thank our friends from MPX for showing up at Pints, Mobile Party Experience. Had a great time. He gave away a lot of merchandise, things like that, and he had some free pizza from Vans, and he supplied some beers for his for people that came by from our friends at Front Street. So yeah, MPX at Pints for the Hawkeye game this past Saturday, and then they won't be there this coming Saturday. But I want to urge everybody to get out there. We got $12 buckets of beer.
But they'll be there Thursday.
They will be there this Thursday.
For the big Cowboys Buccaneers
kickoff. I'll be there too. Where will you be?
Pay attention, everybody. The Bettendorf homecoming parade.
Well,
I'll be there afterwards.
What are you, the princess?
Nah. Pay attention. You got to watch this game because it's going to be the one time only that you get to see the Cowboys on primetime. I guarantee you. I guarantee that they won't be on again because the NFL never.
Opportunity.
Yeah,
Sounds
NFL
very bitter.
never puts them on.
Well, that'll be at Pints this Thursday, and don't forget Sunday or Saturday at Pints. $12 domestic buckets, 6 for all your Hawkeye action.
When we come back, let's play Guest Alliance Week 1 here on ESPN 1170 AM. Don't hassle us, we're local.
You like that? You like that?
Hi, this is Derek.
And this is Skip. We are the twins from Arbar Davenport.
And you are listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local.
On ESPN 1170 AM.
At Crawford Company, we specialize in plumbing, heating, and air conditioning. Sports, on the other hand?
Hey, Crawford guy, go long.
No, I can't.
Here comes the pitch to Crawford guy. Strike 3.
Come on, Crawford guy, take the shot.
Sports may not be our specialty, but home comfort is. Crawford Company, plumbing and drain cleaning, heating and air conditioning.
Women take hormones to look and feel better. So why not men? Men mostly ignore the stages of low testosterone until their low T symptoms stack up so high they can't ignore them anymore. You may have low energy, weight gain, loss of muscle mass, moodiness, low sex drive, lack of concentration, depression. Guys, don't wait till your symptoms make you miserable. Talk to the experts in men's health. Schedule a complimentary consult at limitlessmail.com. Insurance accepted.
The NFL is back, and FanDuel Sportsbook is celebrating with 40-1 odds on any Week 1 game. Who doesn't want to win $200 on a $5 bet? This is no Hail Mary. It's that simple. New customers get 40-1 odds when you place your first wager. FanDuel is sports betting made simple. The app is so easy to use. Plus, when you win, you'll get paid in as little as 24 hours. To get you started, here's what I'm taking for my Week 1 risk-free bet. I'm cashing in my piggy bank and putting it all on the Kansas City Chiefs over the Cleveland Browns. Offers like this are just one of the many reasons I love betting the NFL on FanDuel. It's the #1 rated sportsbook app in America and easy to use, safe and secure, with fast payouts. See for yourself why FanDuel is America's #1 sportsbook. They're always hooking you up with exclusive odds boosts, great promotions, and so much more. Just sign up with promo code Trevor and you can win $200 on a $5 bet. That's promo code Trevor, exclusively on the FanDuel Sportsbook app. 21 plus and present in Iowa. New users only. $10 first deposit required. Must wager in designated offer market. Max bonus $200. Restrictions apply. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-BETS-OFF.
Arconic, one of the largest employers in the area, is now hiring electricians, general mechanics, machinists, roll grinders, and mobile equipment mechanics. They're offering a $5,000 sign-on bonus, competitive wages, extensive benefits, and future career growth. Apply, interview, and complete technical testing all in one day. Grab your resume and face mask and attend the Arconic Job Fair September 10th from 1 to 5 p.m. and September 11th from 8 to 1 p.m. at the Arconic Learning Center, 4900 State Street in Bettendorf.
What's your car's monthly payment? There's a good chance that First Midwest Bank can lower it. Just like refinancing a mortgage, First Midwest Bank can refinance your auto loan too. That means lower payments, lower interest rates, and higher monthly savings. Plus, you can wait up to 60 days to make your first payment. Go to firstmidwest.com/auto-refi to apply and drive down your car payments today. Member FDIC, subject to credit approval, vehicle insurance required.
I'm Taylor Bishotti with NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network. Baltimore tight end Mark Andrews turned 26 on Monday, and the Ravens gave him one heck of a birthday present in the form of a 4-year extension that's worth $56 million, according to NFL Network insider Ian Rappaport. Andrews led the team in receptions the past 2 years. Baltimore also worked out 2 former Pro Bowl running backs Monday in Le'Veon Bell and Devontae Freeman. The Ravens lost back Justice Hill to a season-ending Achilles injury just 2 weeks after fellow back J.K. Dobbins was lost for the season with a torn ACL. The NFL regular season is finally back, and we got our first official injury report for 2021. Dak Prescott practiced in full for the Cowboys, but Pro Bowl Zach Martin remains out for Dallas and is unlikely to play Thursday after testing positive for COVID. For the Bucs, the only injury concern is starting safety Jordan Whitehead, who missed practice Monday with a sore hamstring. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
The Labor Day savings inside the Home Depot means something different once you're back out there doing. For example, in here, it's a wide selection of top-rated appliances, but out there, it's your home running like a well-oiled machine. Order in-store, online, or in the Home Depot app and get free delivery and flexible installation, so you save money and time. Right now, you could save big on a new LG wash tower at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Valid through September 15th, 2021. U.S. only while supplies last. See store for details.
Thursday Night Football is only on NFL Network.
No time it is, everything you got.
We're here for a storied rivalry with the game's brightest stars.
What an impressive run with a stiff arm.
Saquon is back, giving the Giants renewed hope.
What a game he's had.
But Chase Young has his squad ready to defend the division crown.
I'm not losing.
It's an NFC East showdown.
Woo! There, baby. That's big time there.
Thursday Night Football, September 16th, only on NFL Network.
Open our app to listen live, win stuff, and to sign up for breaking news alerts. Never miss a thing on the Quad Cities sports leader, ESPN 1170.
Welcome back, Hasslers. This is Don't Hassle Us, local AM 1170 here in the Quad Cities. Thanks for tuning in. Jay Bird, Adrian, and T-Roy in the house.
Yeah, before we went to break, you heard the bump from the Twins from the R-Bar. R-Bar in Davenport is your destination for an upscale and sophisticated atmosphere. The R-Bar is located at 4907 Utica Ridge Road and prides itself on its fine wines and liqueurs, unique cocktails and martinis. From Busch Light to Bougie, the R-Bar has something for everyone, which makes it a great fit for you and your friends. Have a drink, grab a bottle of wine to share, and watch a game. You can do all that at the R-Bar. Make sure to check out their Facebook for live music announcements, specials, and much more. And while you're there, make sure to like their page. See you tonight at the R-Bar in Davenport on Utica. T-Roy, we got to...
Speaking of bougie, Jay, you're very bougie.
What does that mean?
Bougie?
Mm-hmm.
He's very, in style, in the know.
I am not stylish at all.
You are very bougie.
Stop it.
What are you talking about?
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're getting at.
I am not getting at anything. You're very bougie. That's a song, too. I think it's a country song.
Mm-hmm.
Do the dance.
What's that?
There's a bougie dance on TikTok. I'm sure you already know it.
There's a bougie dance on TikTok?
Uh-huh. I've been told.
What are you talking about?
They turned it into an Applebee's commercial already.
Really?
Yeah.
No. We're just showing our age out here.
No.
I've never seen anything
Where
like
do you
this.
get bougie out of that?
I don't know. It's in a song, bougie.
No. We're fancy like Applebee's on a date night.
Applebee's is trying to, and that's me. I know you're a huge Applebee's fan. And that's figured out you would know the new commercial that's out.
I don't know where this whole Applebee's thing came in that one day, and ever since, I actually flirted with going to Applebee's over the weekend. I was like, no, I'm not doing that.
Because I'll get a picture of you there. I got people waiting for you to go into Applebee's, so I get a pic of it.
Yes, it is a TikTok dance. We're fancy like Applebee's on a date night. Is this 1996?
I don't know if it's.
Is this a real thing that people are like?
Does that say that in the song?
Yeah, he says we fancy like Applebee's on a date night.
Bougie.
Like that was like in Cedar Falls, Iowa. There were 2 restaurants, Applebee's and Pepper's Sports Bar and Grill.
That's all we had in Muscatine was an Applebee's.
Yeah. And it was packed.
And we enjoyed it. It was
what
packed.
about you guys? You guys used to have Diamond Days too, though. Remember Diamond Days?
Yeah.
Diamond Days.
But there was a wait all the time. Now it's like, there's no wait. Fancy like Applebee's on a date night. You are not going anywhere getting anything from your lady friend if you're like date night.
Hey,
Applebee's.
listen. You find you a woman that'll go there for the 2 for $22. That's what you need.
It's 2 for $22 now. It's not 2 for $20.
I don't know what it is.
$1 Long Island iced tea nights.
Boom.
We used to do that.
It's all you need.
So the Applebee's up by where the dugout used to be.
Yeah.
We'd go straight to Applebee's and have $1.50 Long Islands, and we are not
paid
appropriate.
for it the next day.
By the way, we need to,
Stomach
Applebee's
is
needs to pay us right now for
the
all
stomach
this.
is just tore up.
I know it sounds like we're making fun of you, Applebee's, but we're not.
That Paramount already pre-made.
And we did them as
crap,
so we had them. We did them
Long
like shots. You know,
Oh,
like
sure.
she race Long Island races. Get another one.
$1.50. Sign me
Man.
up. Anyone want to split
Open
him
bar,
for
dude.
22?
I think I need some wings, man.
Is it all you can eat riblet night? Awesome.
Oh, dude. Just saying, Jay. When it comes to bougie, you're
You
bougie.
need a quesadilla burger.
Go.
Dude, that quesadilla burger is legit, though.
Fancy like Applebee's on a date night, and you're talking about bougie.
Bougie.
Is that part of the 2 for $20? That quesadilla burger?
Probably.
Yeah,
All I
think
know
so.
is bougie. The word bougie is used in that song.
Okay.
They have some like
And-
mac and cheese with like honey, barbecue, chicken tenders in it. And those are.
I just love bougie.
Good. I'm glad you do. I'm glad we get to talk about this.
Well, I have a bougie friend. I got to talk about him.
Mm-hmm. It's been a long time.
It
my
really
friends.
has. It's time to knock the dust off and do this.
This is getting emotional.
Yeah, this is again. We've been doing this for a long time. Obviously, we got 3 years in radio doing this. We had one on the podcast, and then it started actually one day just at the old governors, just talking about it and guessing lines. So we do this. We do this every week. We guess the lines. We do not look at them. Friendly as can be. That we just don't. We don't look ahead. I did have to do some writing, so I did mine this morning. I took a photo, just in case.
You're probably going to win 17-0.
So
or what is it? How many games are there? I don't even know.
Should be 16.
And there's 18 weeks now.
Yeah. So
I'm going to be so confused for a while.
Yeah. So what we do is we look at each game, then we guess the line what we think it should be, then we go to what Vegas has it, and then we award the point to whoever's closer. There are times where I argue with the lines, and I feel usually I'm right. There are times that I'm not right compared to the line, and that's their fault.
Yeah.
So we already said 7:20 kickoff. Tampa Bay, the Super Bowl champions, are playing host to the defending NFC East champions.
No, they're not.
No, that's right. They're not. Well, that's my mistake.
Why would they be?
That's weird.
They
That's
were
my
a game
mistake.
off.
You got me for a second. I was like, they didn't win that
That's my
division.
mistake.
They did not win that division.
The team that
How
won the
can you-
division won it at 7-9. Just
It was the team that won it was the other three didn't want it.
So the Cowboys couldn't
They're
win
like,
the
no,
division
no,
at
you
7
can
and
have
9.
it. You can have the. You
no,
can have
not
the
with
division.
with the Red Rocket. That's your starting quarterback, bud. Good luck.
Hey, leave us alone.
I'm just saying, you need to get Justin Fields in there.
You know what? As soon as they start letting me make
ASAP.
decisions, I'm gonna let them know.
ASAP. You're not gonna like him at all. I
4 teams
promise.
trying as hard as they can to not win a football division. Congratulations,
Yeah.
Washington Redskins. You are the NFC defending East champions.
Least.
You
Jay.
played against Dalton twice. I think Nick Mullins was in there as well. So I'm not really hearing it too much about the Washington Redskins defense, about how good they are.
That's what I'm trying to tell everybody. They're like, "These are gonna be good." I'm like, "All right, come on, man."
I like Washington. I'm here for Washington. I
Are
think
ya?
the Giants are
I
gonna be a
can't
little bit
wait.
better.
I can't wait to predict their
I
win
think the
loss.
Giants are gonna be a little bit better than people think.
I'm looking
too.
at their win loss right now.
What? 9 wins?
I would say this until their bye in week 9. They'll have one.
That's not what we're doing here, though.
I know. They might only have 2 wins by week 9.
We'll talk about it.
Okay.
Lose at your odds game, T-Roy. Come on. There
Hey,
we go.
hey, I won last year.
Dallas at Tampa
I like
Bay.
starting out and slow and then catching up.
Dallas at Tampa Bay.
I already know I'm off here, so it's fine. I was gonna go 6.5 on the spread, and I went 5.5. It's probably, for what you said, it's probably 9 points.
No, it's not. That's not that I'm aware of. No, I think it's, well, yeah, I think you're closer. I actually went -6. So I think I'm going to get this because I'm going to be closer, but I would bet that this thing is a not bet. I think I saw it. Adrian, what do we have for the line?
It's at -8.
-8, yeah.
Okay.
So I'll take the first one. Again, this over-under, that 52, 28-20 doesn't cover the 52.
Right. I just feel it's going to be high scoring. I'm sorry. But then again,
the highest this has ever been in this century.
The Thursday night game.
Well, I'm just talking about between Buccaneers and the Cowboys.
Okay.
The highest it's ever been is 48. I'm sorry.
And what'd you say you had it at, Jay?
The what?
The over/under.
It's at 52 right now.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, we didn't guess the over-unders, but let's see. The last three, it was 48-47 was the over-under. The under hit in 2018. It was 47 in 2016. Those two games were at Dallas. 42 and a half.
I feel they're looking at Brady and Dak, and they're looking at the chance that they have two high-powered offenses. I think that's what they're looking at. So I don't know.
That's too many points. That's a lot of points. All right, so then we go into Sunday game. Looks like we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 noon games.
Sounds like Christmas.
It does. And right now, somebody out there listening, either on Facebook Live or in the radio or on the app, is thinking, "Oh my God, does my kid have a noon soccer game on Sunday?"
I'm going on a golf trip.
Are you?
Yeah, I'll be gone. I won't even be able to watch it.
Good thing the Cowboys will be on Thursday. You don't have to worry about that.
It's a good thing they haven't developed apps on your phone to follow this stuff or anything.
Well,
like
apparently where we're at has 0 reception, so we'll see.
Oh, that's not fun.
I know.
All right, Pittsburgh at Buffalo.
You go first.
Two teams that are trending in the different directions, even though Pittsburgh's got a new offensive coordinator. I didn't go too high here. I'm probably way under. I've got Buffalo minus 4.5.
I did Buffalo minus 6.
T-Roy is going to take this one. Buffalo minus 6.5.
People are big on Buffalo.
And people are not high on Pittsburgh.
I think they're going to be improved, but that's still another tough division. I don't think they can win that division, but they have a chance to get second. But Baltimore is I think Cleveland's going to win that division.
The fall off they had last year is just something I don't even know if you can come back from, really.
Well, yeah, exactly. They were 11-0, and then
that's what worries me about
tanked.
them.
Yeah, I know. A lot of injuries though hit them.
Yeah,
that's the whole thing. It's the offensive line for Pittsburgh, right? If they can at least keep Big Ben a little healthy, like not get knocked around, he'll be okay. But
I think they have a better running game to start this year out.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry, Najee Harris is better than James Conner. Yeah, and they did make some moves on their O-line. It's just, you have that kind of taste in your mouth how they fell apart last year, and you just don't know. And that division is still tougher.
And Buffalo is just the darling of everyone that just is not a Kansas City fan in the AFC.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Followed by the Chargers. Say they want to be in there too. I know you love yourself.
That's like your
Chargers.
cute pet. Buffalo's like your cute pet that finally grew up. You know, like, they're better now.
Yeah, and then you're gonna have that whole. If they make it that far, then you have the whole storyline of the multiple Super Bowls lost in a row, type of thing. But that was years ago.
God, if they lose 6 in a row, or wait, would it be 5 in a row?
It'd be 5 in a row.
Oh boy.
Well, now we got the Sam Darnold Bowl.
I had this one circled on my calendar.
The
since
Jets
the trade.
coming to Carolina. It's the only reason you like this game, right?
You're damn right it is.
Yeah, you're just like, I can't wait to see Sam Darnold just go off on the Jets and see what Zach Wilson's going to do with.
What if Zach Wilson goes off on the Panthers? Just erupts that game. It could happen.
This is the Carolina should be -3, but the Sam Darnold revenge factor, I gave it the hook -3, so I came up with Carolina -3.5.
It's still the Jets. Sorry, Z-Bar. It's still the Jets, and I just don't know. Listen, I like the coach. I think he's going to turn the Jets around. But, you know.
Saleh, am I saying that right?
Yeah, Saleh.
But how quickly will that happen?
But I'm saying, it isn't going to happen in an offseason, okay? He needs some time. I like Carolina in this. There's a second year in the coach. They have faith in Sam Darnold. They have weapons, obviously.
They really like Sam Darnold.
DJ Moore. They added. They have the Robbie Anderson, but they also added somebody to watch for, Terrace Marshall Jr. Watch out for that kid.
Is that just because you put him on your fantasy team?
I put him on one of my fantasy teams, but I'm telling you, the kid's good, and he's been doing very, very well in preseason. I got Carolina -5.
T-Roy is going to take another one. It's Carolina -5.5.
I can see that.
And maybe Sam Darnold just needed a coach all this time.
Maybe he did.
You know?
I can't wait to see what you guys talk about for the next one.
Oh, God.
I am extremely excited for this game. How could you not be?
You can't be that
Some
excited.
tough powerhouse teams right here.
It certainly is. Jacksonville at Houston, and they have problems.
This is like the equivalent of watching two 7-year-olds play Madden for the first time.
Where they don't really know the buttons
and
yet.
you're like, oh, why did you just punt on second down? And they're like, I don't know. I think the computer suggested. Like, no. Like, this is what this is. You got Urban Meyer, who's already frustrated with how the NFL works.
And he cut God from the team.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Yeah, you can't cut that's
God.
bad karma.
Yeah, and the other team has God as some sort of coach.
That was the president
coach.
or whatever else. Is he Appleby? It's Appleby, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, you see?
See?
Yeah.
Very bougie.
The guy, he's...
That was a little bougie.
Tyrod Taylor's been named starter at Houston. They've got the oldest team by age average. I hope nothing but good things for David Johnson, who, by the way, went into Clinton Sports Hall of Fame on Friday night. Congratulations to him.
Was he there?
I like me some Philip Lindsay. That's the only thing I'd say I like out of Houston.
You got Mark Ingram III.
Yeah, he's old.
Jacksonville doesn't have it. Yeah, they do have James Robinson II. Got who's the Chenault that I like, and they got
DK Shark. Shark.
I don't like this line. I think I should have gone the other way, but I'm gonna just give. I should have taken half a point away because it's Houston. Fine, I gave him -3. Houston -3.
Really?
Houston -3.
Yeah,
that's what you did.
Yeah.
I'm
T-Roy.
sorry. I went Jacksonville -1.
And T-Roy's going to get it again. I got Jacksonville -3.
Wow.
They really don't like Houston.
Wow.
It is the dumpster fire of the NFL right now.
They don't win a game.
Think about how they're, and it
do
all
they wanna
goes
win a
back to
game?
that coach that sold the farm when they got rid of DeAndre Hopkins, and then just started going, and then he gets fired, and then comes this crazy religious fella.
Yeah.
The place is terrible, man.
They're done.
They are done for at least another decade, you guys, before they're competitive. Because Deshaun Watson isn't coming back.
No.
This is going to be real bad.
And I don't think they want to win a game this year.
Someone said they might be the first team to go 0-17.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see.
All right, Arizona at Tennessee.
This game's interesting to me.
I think so too.
It's just who is Arizona, and you kind of find out what kind of defense Tennessee's improved. If they have made improvements.
They made some additions for sure. Obviously, Derrick Henry's a stud. Ryan Tannehill just seems to make it work, right? He's not overly flashy, but he's going to give you about 30 touchdowns a year with 10 picks for close to 4,000 yards. Julio Jones is there. A.J. Brown's a stud. I like them at home. I think they're a little bit better team than Arizona. I went -3.5.
I'm following you on all this. If you're going to get on Tennessee, get down on them in the first 4 games. I just think the amount of carries that Derrick Henry's had is going to weigh on him. I don't think you're going to see a 2,000-yard rush out of him. There's something about a number 370. If you have if you have 370 carries in 2 seasons combined, it diminishes your career, and he's just over it.
Does he need to rush for 2,000 yards for them to be successful?
No.
Okay.
He does not at all, not one bit. So, and we've got our first coach that we're going to mention. It's on the hot seat. No, I'm sorry. I didn't bring up Mike McCarthy. There's one. Our second one. Mike McCarthy's definitely on the hot seat. What are you shrug your shoulder for?
That seat stays
I'm
hot.
fine with that.
Yeah.
That seat stays hot down there in Dallas.
Oh, yeah.
Kingsbury is...
You think Vrabel's on the hot seat?
No, Kingsbury.
Oh, okay.
I'm on
Okay,
Kingsbury,
okay, sorry.
Yeah, so
I hope McCarthy gets fired. You know that.
Yeah, this is a absolute. This is a push between you and me. I did -3.5 as well.
Okay. Yeah. What was it?
-3.
Oh.
Tennessee -3.
Dang it!
You guys each get a point for that?
Yeah, it's just a push. Man, I should have just went missionary on that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the next one up is the Chargers of Los Angeles at the Washington football team.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, oh boy. I couldn't get too excited about this because I still am not sure what Washington is. I think they're going to be maybe a little better with Fitzpatrick at quarterback.
Alex
Gibson
Smith,
had a
Dwayne
good rookie
Haskins,
year.
and who else was their quarterback? I think they had 3 different starting quarterbacks. Washington did, and still managed to win the division.
I like their running game. I like the receivers. Their tight end.
Sure.
Obviously, the defense is solid.
Everyone likes Gibson. Everyone likes Scary Terry. Logan Thomas is legit.
Logan Thomas has made himself onto all my fantasy teams, and I'm extremely excited about it.
The Chargers, if Ekeler is healthy, that's a huge boost for them. Obviously, we know what Herbert did last year.
Rookie of the year.
Yeah.
Any sophomore slump?
But they're traveling across
They sure
the
are.
nation. And with that being said,
Does that matter too much in the first week?
I think it does still. Okay. You're just out of your element. Whatever it is. I
just change up routines.
I just took Washington -3.
Okay. Well, I went the opposite. I went to Chargers as favorite, and maybe I was too high. Maybe if you're on that end, the Washington -3, and I'm in Chargers. I got Chargers -4.
I do not have a line for this.
Okay.
Really?
Yep. I got a money line. That's it.
Somebody's.
It looks like it's changed. It looks like it's just not
I can
here.
find this.
Well, that's interesting.
That's the only one I don't have.
It's somebody under. It's somebody under a protocol or whatever else. Yeah, there isn't. I actually I do have one for you.
What is it?
It's I've got Chargers -1.
Chargers -1, so
Yeah.
Jay takes it.
Yeah, barely. That's from our friends at Elite. Also, yeah. There's no.
It's still up there. That's wild. That's the only one I don't have. I don't understand why. I wonder if it's changed here and not there.
All right. Battle of the Birds.
Battle of the Birds. Jay's not one of them.
No.
Philly at Atlanta. Miller the Driller versus Jay Money.
Mm-hmm. Questions about Philadelphia. Is their offensive line, defensive line?
Their head coach is a total nutball.
He is a nutball.
Dude. Listen, when I'm at a draft and Driller isn't excited about the Eagles, you know the Eagles aren't going to be good.
Yeah, but I thought this guy's like a nutball, like post-game conference, like must-see TV quotes or whatever else.
Yeah.
Like Campbell is in the Lions.
We're at 2 teams that finished the year with 4 victories last year.
Like this guy's like a Tasmanian devil at the microphone afterwards. You never know what he's going to say or what he's going to do. All right, so Jalen Hurts. Let's see here.
Matty Ice.
The Kyle Pitts era has begun.
Devontae Smith era has begun.
In Philadelphia. I'm bigger on Atlanta than I am Philly this year. I think Atlanta's going to make the jump. I got Atlanta -4.
I did Atlanta -3.
T-Roy nailed this one right on the head. Atlanta -3.
And I get a star for that.
Star.
Jay loves it when I get my stars.
Yeah. Okay, let's do Seattle, Indianapolis, and then we'll take a break.
Okay, we know basically what's going on in Indy. Carson Wentz is not starting, right?
I thought every indication he was going to play.
Okay, then I'm way behind on that. I just think he's not playing.
I can look that up right now.
But Seattle didn't have much of a chance to draft itself better than last year. They did do decently with what they had.
Mm-hmm.
They needed to build their defense and get a little help on O-line. They did what they could. They still have Russell Wilson. Chris Carson's still a very solid back. I like him a lot. DK.
Metcalf.
Yes. Tyler Lockett. They're going to be able to throw up numbers. Are they going to be able to stop the ball? Indy is not necessarily a powerhouse when it comes on offense right now, in my eyes. We just don't know. I still think the Carson Wentz thing is what is Carson Wentz? Their offensive line's good, and they have a good defense. I just feel that I feel that Indy is going to be a home dog here. I took Seattle -2.5.
I was with you, and then I just pushed a little bit back. I think I more with Carson Wentz and everything else, and Seattle on the road. But actually, their record was better on the road than it was at home. So I'm regretting this altogether. I just made this a pick 'em.
We have T-Roy getting another star here.
Yeah, I bet.
-2.5 Seattle.
Oh my God! You would think that I'm good at this.
And all indications, all signs point to Carson Wentz starting this Sunday.
Okay. Well, then I'm not as good as this as I thought.
I didn't
But
realize
Jay-
Sam Ellinger hit the injured reserve.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And so the only quarterbacks
that
are Carson Wentz and Jacob Eason. So Carson Wentz looks to be on.
Sounds like the Dallas Cowboys
Starting this
quarterback
week.
situation, too.
Yeah.
They have 2 quarterbacks on their list. All right, let's take a break here at ESPN 1170 AM, and we'll be right back, continuing Guess the Lines here, week 1.
Voting is going on right now, everyone. You need to get in there and vote at Locals Love Us. They're your place to go when you need to find out where you're going to grab some lunch, get your oil changed, or who does the best tattoo work. The website is localsloveus.com. You click on there, and then you go to Quad Cities and browse favorites. It's easy to use, and they're even ranking all the popular places for you. So please vote today. Vote for Pints. Vote for Oscars, Vans, Harringtons. What else, Adrian? Who else do you want Locals Love Us to vote for? Fricks. There you go. I just wanted you to join in. Danview. Whatever it is, all your local places, please get out there and vote for them. They are your guide to the best.
We're good, streaky! You like that? You like that?
This is Len Casper, the voice of the Chicago White Sox. You're listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local on ESPN 1170.
Hey, do you have time to go to Vegas with me?
Time? Yes. Extra money to pay for the flights? No.
No, not Vegas. I'm talking about Vegas, right here in the Quad Cities.
I've never heard about Vegas. Tell me more.
Oh, they're safe and secure gaming cafes with 6 locations.
What kind of games do they have there? And they've got beer, right?
They have the latest games provided by Gem. And yes, beer.
Sounds like I'm going to save on flights, have fun, and win big.
To find out more about their locations and hours, they're open. Visit VegasGamingCafeIL.com.
The Max Kellerman Show.
And when you think about the Rams offense and what McVay can do with Stafford, like think about what he did with Goff and Gurley. Remember a couple years ago, it was like the Rams have 3 MVPs on their team. 3 guys in the conversation. About 2/3 of the way through that season, I'd say. The Rams' offense has not been the same since. And going into this season, I thought, you know what? They got Cam Akers now. Since week 11 of last season, including the playoffs, Akers is number 1 in rushing yards, scrimmage yards, and scrimmage touchdowns on the Rams. So I thought, they got their guy now. That offense is going to be a problem. In fact, even talking about, will Stafford win a Super Bowl on the Rams, my first instinct would say no. That is a huge hit for the Rams to take.
The Max Kellerman Show. Weekdays at 2 on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170.
From lines of credit in Chicagoland to equipment finance loans in the Quad Cities to better cash flow in Milwaukee, First Midwest Bank is committed to using our local knowledge and ideas to help our clients get their business momentum back. Visit wehaveideas.firstmidwest.com. You have plans, we have ideas. First Midwest Bank. Member FDIC.
Football, tennis, cross country, golf, soccer, volleyball, water polo. Fall sports are back at Augustana College. And the best way to watch sports is with all your friends, alumni, and fans of the men's and women's teams of the Augustana Vikings. Kickoffs and season openers are afoot as the stars of Augustana College take to the field at the courses and court of the Carver Center and lace up those shoes for an amazing season that we've all been waiting for. Check complete fall schedules at augustana.edu. Augustana College, a family-friendly front row seat to big-time small college sports.
It's time to rise and grind. Keyshawn, J. Will, and Zubin.
I know Brad Pitt from the Hollywood scene in L.A., whatever.
Name
I see
drop.
him. Name drop. I see him, I say hi, whatever. He brings me over to their little section or whatnot. There's a guy with colored glasses on, and he's talking to me, having a conversation with me. And I'm like, oh, yeah, he's telling me, I asked him, what do you do for a living, where you're from? He says, I'm from Ireland. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. What do you do for a living? He says, oh, I'm in the music business, da-da-da. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. That's what's up. And so I'm like, oh, you stay, keep your head up. You're going to just keep, man, this thing, I know it's tough, entertainment business, grind it out, the whole deal.
Look at you being motivational.
Brad Pitt goes, hey, man, you ever heard of U2? I'm like, no, I kind of know the group or whatever. He says, that's the lead singer of U2. I'm like, Bono. Oh, okay. All right. But I'm trying to encourage him.
Zero idea who Bono was.
Zero
clue.
Keyshawn, J. Will, and Zubin. Mornings on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170.
Renewal by
Anderson.
When it came time to replace our old drafty windows, we opted for quality with style, installed by professionals.
Renewal by Anderson.
I'm Sam Hare with Renewal by Anderson. And in September, we're enjoying back-to-school savings. We can give you a great education on energy savings with our Energy Star Partner of the Year windows from Renewal by Anderson. Buy one window and get one 40% off. Plus, with our easy payment options, there's no money down, no interest, and no payments for 24 months. Sorry about all that math, but the smarter you are about energy savings with Renewal by Anderson windows, the more comfortable your home will be. Buy one window and get one 40% off. Back to school savings on now. Visit us at our showroom in Davenport or online at renewalbyanderson.com.
Renewal by Anderson. We love our new windows.
From the gridiron to the 9-iron, experience the thrill of the game anywhere in Iowa with Elite Sportsbook. You can now sign up for Elite Sportsbook on your phone anywhere in Iowa and receive your first bet risk-free, up to $500. Just visit EliteSportsbook.com to create an account, and your first bet is on us, up to $500. It's time to play your game with Elite Sportsbook. For a limited time only, valid only in Iowa. Must be 21. Visit EliteSportsbook.com for terms and conditions. Gambling a problem? Call 1-800-BETS-OFF.
Listen to every game on your sports leader. Download our app for our play-by-play schedule and never miss a thing. From the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170 AM.
Welcome back, everybody. We are in the midst of guessing the lines between myself and Jay Bird.
Yeah, it's 5-2-1.
I'd say it's pretty one-sided here.
So far. Kind of like the Falcons and Cowboys game last year. And
Hey, we're only halfway done now.
I know. I know.
Yeah.
All right.
He can come back.
Yep.
He's good at this.
Minnesota at Cincinnati. So it's noon, still a noon kickoff.
Are you still a Cincinnati fan?
I'm a big
You
Joe
got your
Burrows
cup?
fan. Yeah,
Got
it's
your
right there.
cup?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've got everything. I've got my Joe Burrows T-shirt. Thanks to Andy from the Natty. Trust me, there'll be some people that'll be flirting into who wants to do.
I'm excited about them a little bit. I want to see this Jamar Chase Joe Burrow connection.
Jamar Chase wants to see a little bit of Jamar Chase too, because he's already admitting he's not been doing very well in the preseason.
Can't catch anything.
No, he can't even catch COVID. Not the Delta variant, not the normal variant, not the Delta Plus.
I drafted him too.
He's not having a good time. No,
I'm sure. Some guys are just gamers. They get out there and they produce during a game when it's real life, real action. We'll see how it goes.
Maybe you should have just drafted an offensive lineman instead of listening to your quarterback.
Oh, I 100% believe in that.
But hey, who knows? All right, the Vikings go on the road at Cincinnati. Vikings are an interesting team.
Lost Irv Smith for the year, which is not good, but they're still deep.
Did we really think their tight end was ever going to be that productive, though? I mean, Kyle Rudolph was there for a while. Irv Smith didn't have a very good year last year. He was supposed to have a little bit more of a breakthrough year last year.
Well,
and didn't.
I think a lot of that just went to Justin Jefferson, but I think they're still a good team.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they got enough to beat Green Bay
or Chicago.
They're like the only team in the NFL that has like a 1,500-yard rusher, 1,000-yard receiver, and like a 3,000-yard passer or something like that. And they still are just kind of like,
they didn't get to the playoffs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Things are tough all over.
I got Minnesota. Things are tough all over. I got Minnesota on the road as favorites. I got them at -2.5.
I took them at -3.
Darn it all.
We have another star.
3 straight stars for me?
T-Roy, -3.
That is dumb.
That's dumb.
I don't know how I'm doing this so well. It's almost like I cheated.
Yeah, maybe.
I didn't, though.
Mm-hmm. Maybe. All right. Oh, we do know the starter in San Francisco, right?
Yes, this week.
Yeah, Lance, he did something, fractured his finger, did something to his
Trey
finger.
Lance did, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bumped it on a Raider helmet, I believe.
Jimmy G will be your
Jimmy
week 1
G
starter.
is going to be the starter
Would
against
he not have been?
Jared Goff. He would have been the starter.
He would have still been the starter. They're just talking about
They were going to bring him in.
packages
Yeah.
close to the goal line where he can
Gotcha.
help out, and they believe he can succeed the most.
Well, the only thing making Detroit not the worst team in the NFL
is that Lion.
Is Houston.
that lion
It's
that he wants to
lion.
bring to practice. It's that coach. That's
This guy,
nutball.
and this coach is crazier than the Philly
Yeah.
coach. This guy's a
It's gonna be
goofball.
great TV, man.
That's what I
All
say.
Seriously,
season long.
like he's gonna be entertaining. They're gonna stink it up, but his pressers are gonna be awesome.
Just red in the face.
Oh God,
Can't breathe.
Ready to
feels
fight
so
all
bad
the
for
time.
T.J. Hawkinson. I mean, just please trade Hawk. I got a total idea for a first day trade.
I got the 49ers as road favorites at -7.
Wow. Well, you went higher than me. I got them road favorites too. I did -5. Maybe you won this.
We have Jay Foster getting back on the board.
Yeah, buddy. What is it?
Is San Francisco -7.5.
Ooh, they threw a little hook on
Wow,
there.
look at him. Wow, way to go, Jay.
Thanks. Appreciate that.
So proud of you.
Mm-hmm. You should be. Let's take a quick look here as I scan this.
And that's the final noon game for Sunday.
Yeah, and so the afternoon game, this is your game of the week, right? Coming up?
Cleveland, Cincinnati.
Cleveland, Kansas City.
Oh, my
Yeah.
fault. My fault. Read it up.
The afternoon?
Well, I mean,
Probably the day.
I think it wins the day.
Yep.
I think Cleveland at Kansas City wins the day.
2 expected playoff teams.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Get to see what Kansas City's done with that offensive line. Cleveland's, another one of those teams that's favored.
Trending in the right direction.
Yeah. The Cleveland thing has kind of been the only time you really seen Baker Mayfield this so far in commercials was that Heisman one.
Mm-hmm.
Not bad. I know Stefanski kind of just said, like, we just want to stay out of we want to be very business-like. We want to stay out of, like, the highlights. We want to stay out of, like, commercials. Let's get to work. Let's not talk
Browns
about
fans
it.
seem to be excited about this team.
They should be excited about this team.
Seriously, this is a good
It's
team.
been a long time coming.
This
and,
is a good team, man.
I think it's finally here a little bit.
Do you know who else is excited about their team? Kansas City Chiefs fans, because they will tell you every time they can that they are Kansas City Chiefs fans. They will not miss an opportunity to tell you I'm glad you asked what my favorite NFL football team, and you're like, I didn't ask. This is weird. We didn't even exchange like first names yet. And like, well, it's a Kansas City Chiefs. Like, oh, okay.
Is Leah still a Chiefs fan?
I'm sure she is. Yes. I got Kansas City as -5.
I did Kansas City -5.5.
And we go back to T-Roy here with
That's
Kansas City -6.5.
Yeah, I didn't go high enough there. Obviously, but you got to give the three automatically. I should have been at 6 at least. That's dumb of me.
Do we really think that this is going to be a touchdown game? What do you guys like here?
I know Cleveland has a good defense. Kansas City had to rebuild their O-line. By all intents and purposes, it looked like they did a good job on it.
Yeah.
But it's still, they've only had an offseason to work out some of the things. So
And I feel like being Cleveland, you kind of want to make a name for yourself. You've had this one circled on your map all
Cleveland has
year long.
Two-headed monster at running back. That if they need to slow this down, I feel they can.
Keep
and
the ball out of
they have a
Patty
good
Mahomes'
defense.
hands. Yeah.
So that's the only reason why I think that this could be close. That's why I had 5.5.
Yeah, it's an early statement game for Cleveland. Considering week 2 they have Houston at home, so it's basically a bye week for them. The next week.
Yes, you don't really not worried about that.
Kansas City will be playing at Baltimore the next week.
Oof.
It's not an easy game whatsoever. It's not a divisional game or anything like that.
But still, Kansas City's got 2 really tough games to start out with. I mean, those aren't cupcakes.
Mm-hmm.
You could start out 0-2 really quick.
I can see where
and not
that's
play
at.
a bad game per se. You know what I mean?
Okay.
This
Miami
game.
at New England.
See, this is the game
Divisional
I'm
game.
looking forward to.
I'm okay with this.
A little bit of Alabama product
I
coming on.
like this. I like the whole storyline. The last 2 quarterbacks at Bama going head to head.
Mm-hmm.
Jalen Waddle
on the field. I drafted him a couple times too.
Didn't you say he preferred Mac Jones
he
over
said he prefers
Tua?
Mac Jones ball over Tua.
Okay.
You're talking
That's
about
just got to be a righty-lefty thing almost, right?
The Mac-10 era has begun in New England. They spent a buttload of money in free agency. It's interesting to see how well they're going to gel. New England is, I don't know. know. Have you seen like a starting quarterback's numbers from week 1, like what their overall total wins was after that? It's like no higher than 5.
Really?
But yeah, a rookie, week 1 starter for the rest of the season. And I know, and New England's pretty high up there, and I think the fans kind of think that they could probably get to 9-8, probably 10-7, 11-6. It's a lot.
Flores is a Belichick guy, and he's doing well.
But they don't beat Belichick.
Well, this might be the guy that does.
On the road in New England.
Not really where you want to start your year.
You don't get to pick him.
You don't.
You just got to play him. Well, this is the deal. In fact that I said pick him, this is a pick him.
I've got New England -2.5. I took it down a notch because of MAC 10. I think this is going to be a situation. Listen, they can both like limp out of this, and we're still going to be having questions like, what is Tua? Is he really good or not?
Mm-hmm.
Did this look good for MAC 10? Is this going to happen? Is this going to be a running back by committee in Patriots all year long? Did the tight end situation work out for them? How does Gesicki look? How does Gaskins look for Dolphins? I think you're going to have a lot of questions coming up.
No matter which side wins.
I think on Monday we're going to be talking more about this game. Like, we don't see the direction of this team coming out. Either one. So I think out of one of these two, and I'm not even saying the loser. I think you're going to be looking at it going like, there's a lot of questions still with one of these two teams. They didn't answer anything on week 1.
All right, what'd you have?
-2.5. Sorry, did I talk too much for you?
Oh, right, didn't hear you.
-2.5.
-2.5. We have New England -3.
Oh, Jay, you got it.
Thanks, T-Roy. I didn't sound like you're giving me like charity.
What? I'm just saying you got it.
He's like a proud dad when like you've done really bad for like the entire day, but you finally got one.
Yeah,
like,
look at you. Go.
like 3 yards rushing.
Way to go. Denver at the Giants. I mean, is this the only game Saquon will play again this year?
I'm higher on the Giants than I think most people are. Why? I'm flirting with the idea of them winning
they
this
had
division.
their entire team quit during the preseason, during camp.
This year?
Guys just retired. Yeah.
No.
I feel like they're trying to get in the right direction. I feel like you got a number 1 wide receiver, you got a number 1 running back now.
Do they have a number 1 receiver? Who do you call Galladay?
Yeah, I think Galladay's.
You think he's a true number 1?
True number 1.
I disagree.
Okay.
I don't think he's a bad wide receiver. I just don't feel he's a true number 1.
Top 15 defense last year.
Okay, but their
Playing in the
quarterback
East,
is
though,
terrible.
That's the thing we're gonna do. Hey,
Their quarterback is terrible.
we'll see.
We'll see. We've seen. Come on, Bird.
Joe Judge has got like a coaching staff with a bunch of Alabama guys there.
I don't think he's terrible.
Okay.
I think
think
needs
he's
to make
better.
he needs to make the same amount of leap that Josh Allen made
Yes.
from 2019 to 2020. He's going to have to do that, and I don't know if he can do that. It's the division that he's in. I'm not giving Denver a lot of respect though either.
No,
Teddy Two Gloves is the starter there.
It's better than what they had, but I get it.
Defense is good.
I'm not high on either one of these teams right now. But the good thing with Denver is they got hit hard last year by the injury bug. So guys are back, like Von Miller.
Mhm.
That's going to be a huge difference. Cortland Sutton's back. They got that, Javonte Williams, I believe. And they got a lot of heads at running back. Melvin Gordon's still there.
Those are the
Jerry
only two I know.
Jerry Jeudy, you're looking for a breakout from him. Obviously, Noah Fant is there. Josie Jewell's on defense. They got a strong defense if they're healthy, which they're starting the season healthy. They're on the road. They're traveling, to New York. Usually, the Giants obviously get the -3. I made this a pick 'em as well.
I have Denver favored on the road though, at -1.5. I don't know why I thought you would be higher on Denver, T-Roy.
What do you got, Adrian?
Denver -3.
Oh, way to go, Jay.
Yeah, still don't feel good about that one. I'd rather get a star there or whatever else. All right, Green Bay at New Orleans. Interesting situation here. This is
In
obviously not
Jacksonville.
played in Ida. They move it to Jacksonville because we're not going to play Dallas. They played more at Dallas than they played Jacksonville. And on top of it, this is what I heard. New Orleans did a little research and saw that the flights aren't easy for them to get from Wisconsin down to Jacksonville.
Really?
But they're kicking themselves a little bit.
Why?
I guess there's a huge group of like Packer fans in Central Florida, and now they're worried like they're going to go up to Jacksonville for this game.
I can't believe they didn't go to Dallas.
I think it was because there's more NFC. You played Dallas. You're familiar, but how many times they played down in Jacksonville?
I just can't believe Joe Biden couldn't stop this hurricane.
Really?
Totally being that guy. You're damn right I am. I'm laughing. I'm totally kidding out there. Whatever. Yeah, Green Bay's favored.
Yeah,
easily. I have them by 5.
You have them by a lot more than I do.
I don't trust Jameis Winston. Mike Thomas is hurt. We're relying on who for wide receivers?
Marquez Callaway.
I saw you draft him in everything. Yeah.
Everything.
You're the only person high on Marquez Callaway.
Everything.
Jameis Winston's high on Marquez Callaway.
That's right.
He should be because he's high on a lot of things.
Lobsters. He's gonna throw a lot of.
Listen, I hope
passes.
Jameis Winston sat there and learned everything last year, and Sean Payton is the guy to teach. That's all left to be seen, though. We know what Green Bay is. Friggin' good. Period. And somebody said it to me earlier. You might have been you. Aaron Rodgers is pissed.
It's FU mode. We love it.
Yes, he is pissed. FU mode. I'm going to come out here and just jam, and then I'll probably end up being the quarterback for the Broncos next year. That's still happening, I think.
Yeah, that's still happening. He's not playing in Green Bay after this year.
What'd you have?
-2.5 Green Bay on the road. I'm off. You get this one.
I do?
Tell him.
Green Bay 4.5.
Oh, look at that. Almost a star. Why don't you just go ahead and win these last two?
Sure. I'll try. All right. The Sunday night game of the week. Chicago at the Rams.
Did you hear that the Vegas Raiders made a phone call to Chicago and they wanted Khalil Mack back?
Yeah.
Interesting. I'm sure they got told no.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is an interesting game to me. I really wish Justin Fields was starting.
He's not going to see this game. Even if Andy Dalton gets knocked out in the first series, he's not. They're bringing Nick Foles. He is not seeing this game.
Why?
Because they're just going to.
I don't agree there. If Andy Dalton gets concussion in the first quarter, first drive, Justin Fields will be the quarterback.
He's got to be. They traded up for. I don't know. I like Justin Fields. I think he's so much.
I do too.
He can really turn this around for the Bears. They have Allen Robinson. David Montgomery's a decent running back. He's not, top 10, but he's easily in the top 15. He's a really good running back. I think they have a good O-line. They obviously have a good defense. But you can't do it with Andy friggin' Dalton. And the Rams, Stafford knows this Bears defense, right? That's the one thing we do know. He's played against it a lot.
He's been losing to it a lot.
Of course he has, because he's had garbage to work with.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's got a coach with a great offensive mind. Cooper Kupp, Robert Woods. Doesn't have a great running game, but whatever. He never really did.
Sean McVay's got a brand new toy. He's got to prove that he traded it for this guy for a reason. He's got to prove this is why we were down in Cancun having dinner after we traded for him. Mm-hmm. This is why I'm taking Stafford in fantasy football, because I think he's going to chuck it 40 to 50 times a game.
He might. I still think that the Rams are just a little bit better than the Bears because Andy Dalton started. I have the Rams -4 here.
I have the Rams -7.
Really?
Yes, I'm much bigger on it. They're at
Give
home.
him a star. Did he get a star?
No star here, but Jay does get the win.
Okay.
Rams -7.5.
Oh, look at you go, Jay.
Mm-hmm.
Way to go, bud.
Thanks. And then your Monday night game.
Yeah.
Baltimore Ravens at Las Vegas.
I like how they're ending the week in the stadium, though. That does excite me a little bit. What kind of fan base would be there, though, with it being Monday in Vegas? I feel like that's a weird day to be in Vegas.
I
think every day's a good day to be in Vegas.
Oh,
Probably.
no, don't get me wrong. I also agree with you. Every day in Vegas is a great day. I just feel like most flights leave Sunday, don't come back until Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Monday's kind of that skip day, I feel like, a little bit.
But this is the first time they're going to be able to have fans in their new stadium, so they're going to be...
And they're the stadium that's going to have a mask mandate.
Okay. I've got Baltimore favored on the road here. I've got them at -3.
Yeah, I did too. I took them at -1.
We have Baltimore -4.5.
Way to go, Jay.
Thanks. Appreciate that.
Way to close out strong, bud.
Let me talk to you about this before we take a break. I'm in a pick'em, a survivor pool.
Uh-huh.
Hear me out. I think I should go San Francisco on the road against Detroit because there's going to be too many times in that NFC West that I'm going to be questioning that San Francisco team. And I think that's the one lock that we can all agree on. I'll throw some other ones out there that we've seen lines that are big, okay? So obviously the Rams was 7.5.
Mm-hmm.
Kansas City Chiefs, Browns, we don't want to touch that.
I like where your head's at.
I think that's the right bet. Don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Like the Bills over the Steelers, I don't know about that. And I don't want to do Cowboys Tampa Bay.
Mm-mm.
So I think that's the right way to go. And that way, if you run into that quarterback, committee thing that we don't want to see, but if they do it.
No, I'm also going to pick them, and I'm glad you brought that up because I was looking for a team of what we all kind of agreed on was going to happen. I was almost at a part of me wanted to take Jacksonville. It might be the only time all year you probably guarantee Jacksonville.
I saw a quote.
Maybe stay away still with, not really knowing what Houston could possibly turn into.
I saw a quote the other day. It's from Mike Lombardi, and I know that some people don't like him. Merrick's on the show, he doesn't like him either. And it reminded me what you said about the situation in the 49ers if they do have Trey Lance and they're doing this multiple quarterback type of situation. And the quote was, they've never made a monument out of a committee.
Yeah, yeah.
I was like, that's so good. It's so true. They're like, hey, you guys all got together and did something right. We're going to build a monument for you guys. So, yeah, I think that's the way to go for that. All right. We're going to take our break. When we come back, we're going to take a look at the victories, the over-unders. T-Roy's got some wins, losses, and we need to look at the live numbers. And from there, I guess we're going to hear more. Adrian and I talked about it last week, who we like for the division winners and more maybe going on. But before we do, you've heard Luke. I got this one. You've heard Luke on the air, and you've seen Dave on our show. Don't Hassle Us Locals. Happy to have Martin Family and Cosmetic Dentistry as a new sponsor on the show. Martin Family and Cosmetic Dentistry's goal is to help everybody have a positive dental experience, and that starts with their youngest patients at their very first dental appointment. The office is kid-friendly and designed to be comfortable for all ages. There's a designated kid area, and the entire staff is very experienced and comfortable with children of all ages. For the adult hassle maniacs, Martin Family Dental will take care of you and all of your dental needs, from your first cleaning to all restorative work. They have a relaxed environment to help you be as comfortable as possible at a place you like to visit. Check out their webpage at martinfamilydds.com and visit the before and after photos for whitening, and also read the testimonials from very satisfied patients. Plus, don't forget to like and follow their Facebook page as well. Call Martin Family and Cosmetic Dentistry today at 563-355-6626 to set up your appointment today. We will be right back here. Don't Hassle Us Local on ESPN.
This is UFC Hall of Famer Pat Miletich. You're listening to Don't Hassle Us. We're local.
When you open an essential business checking account at First Midwest Bank, you'll earn a $500 bonus. But that's not all. You'll also have your own local banker who knows your business. A $500 bonus plus a local bank to help you succeed. That's banking with momentum. Visit a First Midwest branch to open an essential business checking account by November 30th, 2021. $100 minimum deposit to open. Available to businesses located in Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, and Wisconsin. Must complete all bonus requirements to be eligible. Details available at firstmidwest.com/smallbiz, member FDIC.
Hey, do you have time to go to Vegas with me?
Time? Yes. Extra money to pay for the flights? No.
No, not Vegas. I'm talking about Vegas, right here in the Quad Cities.
I've never heard about Vegas. Tell me more.
Oh, they're safe and secure gaming cafes with 6 locations.
What kind of games do they have there? And they've got beer, right?
They have the latest games provided by Gem. And yes, beer.
Sounds like I'm going to save on flights, have fun, and win big.
To find out more about their locations and hours they're open, visit VegasGamingCafeIL.com.
QC Fit Fest is a whole new, interactive, engaging, and educational health and fitness expo that brings fun for the whole family to the Quad Cities, Saturday, September 11th from 11 to 6 at the River Center, downtown Davenport. If you're on a health and fitness journey or just want to take the confusion out of where to begin, QC Fit Fest was created just for you. Learn about your favorite health and fitness topics from some of the leading experts in their field. Get active with the Iowa Army National Guard. Climb their rock wall, bring the kids for their inflatable obstacle course, and interact with over 40 vendors. Get more info and see what else we're up to at QCFitFest.com.
You're right on par in your M&M cough
Cart. M&M Golf Cars, your authorized club car dealer, invites you to check out the new Onward by Club Car. Onward's all new accessories personalize nearly every detail to fit your lifestyle. Customize yours at mmgolfcars.com. 1.99% financing for 48 months through the end of the month.
You're right on par in your M&M golf cart. M&M golf cart.
M&M Golf Cars, Bettendorf.
Are you drowning in IRS tax debt?
I owe the IRS $37,000.
Get ready for a toll-free hotline. Take advantage of new IRS tax forgiveness programs that may protect you from IRS collection agencies. They have the power to garnish your wages, put liens on your property, and levy your bank account. Civic Tax Relief can help protect you from the IRS.
Civic Tax Relief basically represented me against the IRS, and by the time everything was completed, I didn't owe the IRS anything.
Find out about the Fresh Start program that is now available through Civic Tax Relief. Civic Tax Relief's special tax hotline can help you discover all the relief programs available for free.
I would recommend anyone who has a tax problem to contact Civic Tax Relief.
Just call 800-324-4522. 800-324-4522. Don't wait. Call now. 800-324-4522. 800-324-4522.
I'm Taylor Bishotti with NFL Network now on the Westwood One Radio Network. Baltimore tight end Mark Andrews turned 26 on Monday, and the Ravens gave him one heck of a birthday present in the form of a 4-year extension that's worth $56 million, according to NFL Network insider Ian Rappaport. Andrews led the team in receptions the past 2 years. Baltimore also worked out 2 former Pro Bowl running backs Monday in Le'Veon Bell and Devontae Freeman. The Ravens lost back Justice Hill to a season-ending Achilles injury just 2 weeks after fellow back J.K. Dobbins was lost for the season with a torn ACL. The NFL regular season is finally back, and we got our first official injury report for 2021. Dak Prescott practiced in full for the Cowboys, but Pro Bowl Zach Martin remains out for Dallas and is unlikely to play Thursday after testing positive for COVID. For the Bucs, the only injury concern is starting safety Jordan Whitehead, who missed practice Monday with a sore hamstring. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
The Labor Day savings inside the Home Depot means something different once you're back out there doing. For example, in here, it's a wide selection of top-rated appliances, but out there, it's your home running like a well-oiled machine. Order in-store, online, or in the Home Depot app and get free delivery and flexible installation, so you save money and time. Right now, you could save big on a new LG wash tower at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Valid through September 15th, 2021. U.S. only while supplies last. See store for details.
Thursday Night Football is only on NFL Network.
On top of this, everything you got.
We're here for a storied rivalry with the game's brightest stars.
What an impressive run with a stiff arm.
Saquon is back, giving the Giants renewed hope.
What a game he's had.
But Chase Young has his squad ready to defend the division crown.
I'm not losing.
It's an NFC East showdown.
Woo! Yeah, baby. That's big time there.
Thursday Night Football, September 16th, only on NFL Network.
From the Vegas Gaming Cafe, this is the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170 AM, KBOB Davenport, a Town Square media station.
Welcome back, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to Don't Hassle So Local here on AM 1170.
T-Roy, you mentioned golf. It's nice out there today. We've got to remind everyone of friends at Hidden Hills at 4335 Indiana Avenue in Bettendorf, Iowa. They got all kinds of things going on. They just had their Labor Day shotgun start tournament yesterday, so I'm sure that went over well. But go ahead and check out everything that they've got going on at hiddenhills-golf.com. I know they got some scrambles going on that you can get into, and go to their Facebook page as well, or call out to 563-332-5616. Ask for Mike. We'll talk to him later on this week, probably tomorrow. Try to get some more golfing stuff, information. But, get outside, get some fresh air. Hidden Hills Golf Course. Before we get into talking about that stuff, whatever else, we've got some sort of big news. I mean, we already know game day's going to Ames, right?
Mm-hmm.
According to the Associated Press, we also have a game that has to do with 2 top 10 teams.
Iowa is in the top 10.
Iowa moved up to 10, didn't they?
Iowa moved up to 10.
Yep.
What's the rankings?
Okay.
Bama.
It goes Bama 1,
Georgia.
Georgia 2.
Oklahoma 3.
Ohio State moved up because Oklahoma struggled with Tulane. Oklahoma drops down to number 4.
Okay.
So Ohio State, and then now it just freezes up for me. Yeah, so Ohio State moves up to 3.
5, I take it's Clemson.
Yeah, I believe so. Let me see here. Texas A&M is 5th.
Okay.
So, and then Clemson goes to 6th.
Notre Dame at 7.
Cincinnati's at 7. Notre Dame is 8.
What
Iowa
poll is
State
this?
drops. This is the Associated Press.
Okay.
Iowa State drops 2 places to number 9 with its 16-10 win over UNI, and Iowa moves all the way up to 10. So we got 9 versus 10. Cincinnati 7, Notre Dame 8.
When was the last time has this ever happened where they're both ranked in the top 10? They played each other?
I don't
Not in my
believe
lifetime.
so. I can't.
I can't remember the last time Iowa State was even ranked in the top 10, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Well, this is the first time they've in what is it, 89, 87 or something like that they were preseason ranked this high or whatever else. I don't even know if that's right. We talked about it at the
Did
beginning.
Michigan scoot in at all?
To the top 10? No.
The top 25. I don't
Let
know
me
if you
see here.
that.
I can pull up. I'm sure they have the entire stand.
They were just impressive for a while, but then they lost their star wide receiver for the year. That was very unfortunate.
Could care less what they did against a directional Michigan school, to be quite honest with you.
Van Sever's going to be upset with you.
Coaches poll. Is this right? Yeah, coaches poll. Iowa's at 12. Iowa State's at 10. That's just the coaches poll. Let me see here. They have ESPN has not posted the rest of it yet.
Gotcha.
Michigan is.
I don't see them on the coaches pool. So.
No. Sure, they're going to be receiving votes, but yeah, we got top 10. Supposedly, just Associated Press top 10. So that's going to be exciting. Yeah, and we've got tons of things to look at for this Iowa State game. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's on ABC. It's good for. I mean, really, if you think about it, it's good for
both programs.
It's a good
huge for both programs.
Yeah, it's a good run for Iowa. You have the Field of Dreams game, and then about a month later you have this. So that's a good run.
Nice
Look
little
at
run.
us.
Look at who knew.
People might quit flying over us.
Yeah.
It's not so bad here.
Yeah.
No hurricanes.
God, don't let anybody know it's so cool here.
Barely any tornadoes.
Lately.
Maybe there's not hurricanes. Just every once in a while we have a land hurricane, but yeah.
A derecho like every 100 years?
Sure. Yeah. Just like our floods. Every 100 years.
Oh, wait a minute.
The 100-year floods coming again.
So is it supposed to rain today at all? It's Tuesday.
There was a chance of
Tuesday.
You have softball.
Scattered thunderstorms today. Scattered.
There are not. Is it really?
Yeah. I read the report.
I didn't see that.
It looked nice when I came in, but I know that's happened before.
Yeah, we're fine.
Nice 84 degrees, nice breeze out there.
Gonna have to hit softball tonight. I guess I've been off for 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I wouldn't know what it's like to get any time off.
Nope. Always busy working. Just gives me the rundown every time I see him. Hey, Bird, I'm coming back. Let's just goes down the laundry list. Here's what I got to do. I've been doing this. I said, okay, man, whatever.
I saw him at the Redneck Open. He's like, oh, yeah, I'll be back for football season.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm back.
Yeah,
hey, I wore my fish flops for you, too, bud.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, nice, yeah.
Those are my favorite shoes ever.
So how much you want to get done here? And do you have your list of where the games are? Okay. How much you want to get done here? What do you want to do? You go. I'll follow your lead. We'll follow you.
I didn't have a fancy paper like you guys.
Well, I did print one off for you.
Oh, shoot.
If you were here.
Yeah.
That'll make things a lot easier than what I was doing.
Yeah. But I mean, you can go through it.
Nobody stole my Sharpies.
Do you want to go? Do you want to do like?
You're probably missing a couple pens.
Let's take a look at the schedule. Let's take a look at the schedules. But remember, you cannot cross the streams. Like if you give a loss that week to a team, the other team's got to get the W. You can't give them both losses. You don't want to pull that thing that ESPN did 2 years ago, where they did all the projected everybody and it didn't turn out 500. It was so bad. I mean, it was so bad. It was like 800. It was just way off. Like everyone's gonna go 800 at winning percentage in the end.
Oh, they're gonna win that game.
Yeah. So, where do you want to start?
You guys tell me.
Let's do a team we haven't done.
Okay.
There you go.
How about New Orleans?
All right.
Okay.
So obviously we know that first week one they're not going to be hosts. So got Jacksonville.
I say Green Bay wins that game.
How does a guy get a Sharpie over here?
Right here.
It's a highlighter.
Whatever. We call them Sharpies.
It'll
It'll
work.
say Sharpie on it.
Oh, it is. Yeah. Look at that. Who knew?
Yeah.
It's got smear guard and everything. Okay.
Yeah, I say Green Bay wins that game.
Okay, so that's a loss there.
Okay.
So then New Orleans week 2 goes to at Carolina. Divisional game.
Divisional game. I'm giving this one to Carolina.
Do we really think the improvements that they've made is just one loss to Drew Brees?
I just think McCaffrey's back.
Okay.
It makes a huge difference.
I think Alvin Kamara's got something to say about that, though.
I'm not saying that he doesn't. I don't think this is an easily won game, but I think they barely win it.
Listen,
just my thoughts.
But here's the deal: you got to keep this in mind. Displaced to Dallas to do practice, move into Jacksonville, then you're going to Carolina, and then you're going to New England. You have not been home.
Nope.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think they lose that game.
I know. That's why I'm looking at week 3 at New England.
Oof. I'm sorry. I think they lose that too.
So
it's Bill Belichick. And
so what he's going to let's do the formula. He's going to find the one thing that he thinks can beat you and take it away. So he takes away Alvin Kamara with his defense. So now
his defense is going to be better this year.
Yes. Now Jameis Winston has to beat you. And do you think Jameis Winston's going into New England and beating them on the road?
No, it's going to be a madhouse, and yeah, it's going to be tough, New Orleans. This is bad for them having the hurricane to deal with, and that's 100%. You're right, Jay.
Finally, maybe they come back home. They have the New York Giants.
I think they win that game.
I'm going to agree with you, Adrian.
Yeah, I like that win.
Go on the road to Washington.
Will they be back home by then?
We're going to hope for week 4 that they're home.
Okay.
Even if they're not, they beat New York. I'm sorry.
At Washington.
I'm sorry, guys. I don't know. That's going to be tough. It's tough to win on the road. I'm going to give them the win, but it's reluctant.
Adrian, I don't feel like you're going to go that direction.
I don't want to give them the win. Here's my thing. I think that if they're not home, if they're not ready to be back in the dome by the 4th week, they're starting 0-5.
Yeah, I mean, I still think they beat New York, but I think
it just kind of depends where it's at. I guess it'll be Jacksonville again, but is Jacksonville home that week? Nope, Jacksonville's on the road that week, so I'm guessing it'll be Jacksonville again.
I just think it's. Yeah, I don't know. It's going to be. We got to see how much.
To win on the road. I like Washington.
What did Sean Payton get done with Jameis? That's the question. And by the way, how much does that?
I feel enough. He likes him enough to where they signed him without knowing. With nobody else was wanting him really. They signed him, and then they let him sit behind Drew Brees. They let him throw a touchdown pass in the playoff game that this past year, and then they also gave him the opportunity to win the job over Taysom Hill, who Sean Payton thought he was a genius for drafting, so you just keep Taysom Hill in that same thing. I like Jameis Winston in that offense.
Well, I
just don't like what they're facing disaster-wise.
They certainly don't lose week 6, and that may help.
Week 6 would be a perfect time for them to be off.
Yeah, but then they go to Seattle.
Ugh. I think that's a loss.
Their schedule's brutal a little bit.
Yeah, then they have a divisional game in Tampa Bay, but it's at home.
I'm sorry, that's a loss.
Atlanta. That's a winnable game at home.
They win that.
At Tennessee.
It's a loss. And Jay, you're the only 10 I see.
Yep. At Philadelphia.
That's a win.
Buffalo.
Oof. I think that's a loss.
I want to see who Buffalo plays the week before.
Indy at home.
It's a trap game, though. Buffalo's got New England the next week. At home. I don't know. We talked about this. Do you think there's trap games in the NFL?
I think Buffalo.
Or do you think it's a college thing?
I think it's a college thing.
We kind of talked about that last week, Adrian. I rarely do you hear anyone mention that when it comes to, they're professionals.
Well, then they got Dallas at home.
And you're beating Dallas.
They're on a stretch there.
I'm gonna highlight that one.
Okay, highlight it. I got Dallas winning that. But But they get the Jets. They go at the Jets. I think they win that game.
Okay.
And then they lose at Tampa.
Yep.
According to last week too, we do not have them beat. We do not have the Cowboys beating the Saints. Is it on your list?
No, we do not.
Well, I do. And then they host Miami.
Week 16. Yep.
It's going to be an interesting one to see who Miami is.
Yeah.
By that time in the season.
I think we're going to be going through
I
that.
think
lot.
I'm going to give them the win there, just because it's a road game, and at this point they have 5 wins. They're fighting their butts off to try to do something. Man, I don't know though. That's tough. I'll give them the win there. And then they host Carolina. I think they win that. And then at Atlanta. Ooh, I think I give Atlanta that win.
So what do you have New Orleans at?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wins.
Their over-under's 9. New Orleans going to be in some trouble then.
Well, that fits with my predictions for the NFC South. I have them in third. Probably about right. 7 and 10.
So you have Atlanta second in that division?
Yes. All right, what ones are you going to do next, boys?
Why not just go with that division? Stick with Atlanta here.
Okay.
Let's take a look at it. Or we could do the Rams. You know, that's another one we didn't do last week.
Well, why don't we stick in the division?
Yeah, stick in the division. That way we can always come back and do it on
All right.
Thursday.
Atlanta's hosting Philly. I think that's a win for Atlanta. See how Kyle Pitts does. Then they go to Tampa. I'm sorry, but I think they lose at Tampa. At the Giants, I feel they win that game. Not high on the Giants. And then they host Washington. This will be the game where if Atlanta's going to be better, this is the game. I think they win this game. I said it's hard to win on the road in the NFL.
It is hard to win on the road in the NFL.
So I just think they win this game, and this is where we find out who's who, by the way. Is Washington really good, or the defense really good?
I can agree with you there.
So I think they win this game. I like that as a win. And then
home against the Jets.
I think that's wrong. I think they play this game in London, Jay.
Okay.
At least on one of my other lists it says at the Jets, London.
Are we going to be able to do that with COVID?
Well, maybe that got canceled then. You
I
might
don't
be
know.
right. Either way, they beat the Jets. I don't care if they play this game in Timbuktu.
That'd be a fun game.
Yeah. And then a bye week. And then at Miami.
Not a very big travel day.
No, and keep this in mind. Miami plays Jacksonville the week before at Jacksonville, so they don't have a large travel in between weeks, so they kind of have a bye themselves.
Yeah, I like Miami in that game.
Yeah, I do too.
Then they host Carolina, which I'm going to have to give them a victory there. Home game, divisional. At New Orleans, I already had them down as losing that game. At Dallas, I have them losing that game.
Yep.
Is Dallas losing at all this year on your list?
They'll lose a game.
Okay.
Mister.
Okay. Well, the Bears didn't lose a game on my list, so I mean, I have no problem. I can't really have any problem with
it's
that.
fine. I'm not going to yell at you for it. They host New England. I think this is a win for them.
I have New England winning that game, but
okay. Once again, this is going to be how far has this Mac Jones kid? He's looked really good.
Absolutely. There's going to be a week-by-week grade for this kid.
Exactly. And then at Jacksonville, I have them winning this game as well.
Yes.
Tampa Bay at home. I'm sorry. I think they lose both to Tampa Bay. Carolina, I have a loss here. I
Mm-hmm.
just think it's the divisional. It's a loss. Carolina will be improved if they're still healthy. And then at San Francisco, I'm sorry, that's a loss.
It's a loss.
Uh,
Home against Detroit.
That's a win.
It's a win. At Buffalo, it's a loss. Buffalo's still fighting for that number 1 seed, that
Yes.
bye. It's a loss. And then New Orleans.
I had them beating New Orleans at home. And I believe that gives them 9 wins on my sheet.
That's not bad.
Yeah, 9-8.
Mm-hmm.
What did I have that was different of yours? I got 8 and 9.
All right, because we
Ooh,
have
Dallas.
Yeah, we have the Dallas one. Yeah. So Atlanta. Let's see. 7.5 is the over under there. Both 8 and 9. Okay, could be something we see there. Well, then you might as well just go ahead and do Carolina then. And then we'll go down to Tampa
Carolina.
Bay. Yep.
Okay, week 1, they host the Jets. I like that victory, right?
Yeah, Sam Darnold.
Yeah, for sure.
Sam Darnold's got to win the Sam Darnold Bowl.
Yeah, that's right.
He certainly does. At Houston, we already guessed the New Orleans game. By the way, we had them winning that. I think we all agreed, right?
Mm-hmm.
When they're hosting New Orleans. At Houston, I believe they win that. Houston's a dumpster fire.
3-0 right away, huh?
3-0 right away.
Bet you don't have them going 4-0, do you?
No, I certainly don't. Dallas is going to win that game.
Okay.
Because I have to bet this girl named Shelly, because she's a weirdo. Shelly Lang, you know who you are. Hosting Philly? Good Lord, I might be
Win.
wrong about Carolina. Win, right?
Yeah, win.
Okay.
Then they get to host Minnesota.
Ooh. I think Minnesota beats them.
Minnesota plays at home against Detroit the week before, so basically they have a bye.
Yeah, I like Minnesota in that game.
I think we have Carolina winning that game.
You did. I squared it. I was on the fence on that one. So I'll remain on the fence there. At the New York Giants.
Yes, I think they win that game.
At Atlanta. You had Atlanta winning that, right?
Yes, sir.
Then they play home New England.
Home against New England. You know, I'm giving this one to the old man. I'm giving it to Belichick.
Mm-hmm. At Arizona.
Sorry, I'm giving that one to Arizona.
Home against Washington. The Ron Rivera.
I think Ron sticks it to him. I like Ron there in that game.
Yeah,
That's the Ronnie Bowl.
Yeah.
It's the Riverboat Ron Bowl.
At Viva La Miami, I like Miami.
Yeah, I do as well. Then they're on a bye. Then they play host to Atlanta.
I had them winning that game.
Okay.
At Buffalo, I think they lose that game.
Yes.
Tampa Bay at home. Sorry, you're not beating Tampa Bay.
At New Orleans, you have them beating New Orleans. You're not going to beat at Tampa Bay unless Tampa Bay sits everybody. They have it locked up.
At New Orleans, I had them losing that, right? Yeah. And then at Tampa Bay, Tampa Bay wins that one. So what did they finish? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it's going right with my predictions. Look at me, 6-11.
The
so
over-under
weird. You
hit
said I
7.5.
didn't have it all in my head, Bert.
7.5 here. It's the over-under as well. All right, finally, the defending Super Bowl champions, Tampa Bay. Before we take a break.
Oh boy, well, week one's
You know
gonna
what?
be tough.
Let's take the break, and we'll come back. We'll do Tampa Bay, and then we'll wrap it up.
You want me to read?
Yeah, go ahead.
Front Street Brewery is the oldest brew pub in Iowa, and it's nestled right along the bank of the mighty Mississippi River. It's been serving our fine community since 1992 with great beers like the Davenport Gold, the Wise Guy, the Raging River, and Jaybird's favorite, the Cherry Bomb Blonde. Remember, you can get all their food and drink specials on Facebook or try out their webpage, www.frontstreetbrew.com. The restaurant is at 208 East River Drive, and the tap room is in the Freight House complex, so please stop down to Front Street Brewery today.
This is Bobby Metcalf from the Quad City Times, and you're listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local.
Draft Day Sports Lounge has everything you need to enjoy all the sports action. Over 50 beer options to choose from, great food, sports betting, and a fantastic atmosphere for you and your friends to escape to. They're always adding to the menu to make sure there's the perfect option for everyone. So come visit Draft Day Sports Lounge inside Rhythm City Casino. And if you want to plan ahead, the full menu is at rhythmcitycasino.com.
It's time to rise and grind. Keyshawn, J. Will, and Zubin.
I don't know if I want Justin Fields right out of the gate just to be the guy. I would like for him to ease himself into it. But I started finding myself thinking, if he does start right out of the gate, does that buy Matt Nagy and Ryan Pace another year? Is it bad that I'm even putting myself in that situation now? I'm thinking about, are you doing what's best for the player, Justin Fields? Are you doing what's best in the interest of Matt Nagy or Ryan Pace to make sure that, hey, we gave our rookie a start, we gave him everything he needed, a quarterback like Andy Dalton who's there to help him out, build him up. It's going to take some time, guys. But we got to be patient.
This isn't Jacksonville. This is a playoff team. I wouldn't mind starting him immediately because they got pieces in place, especially on defense. Offensively, they've gotten better. Allen Robinson is back now. So when you look at it, it's like, if he wins the job, it might make sense to start him.
Keyshawn, J. Will, and Zubin. Mornings on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170.
There is no shame in admitting you need help. Doing something about it is what most men find difficult. At Limitless Male Medical, we understand your uncertainty. We hear this every day. Whether it's low testosterone or erectile dysfunction, our compassionate team of experienced practitioners will diagnose and treat your symptoms. Limitless Male will explain your options so you can get your life back. Schedule your complimentary consult at limitlessmale.com. Insurance accepted.
What's your car's monthly payment? There's a good chance that First Midwest Bank can lower it. Just like refinancing a mortgage, First Midwest Bank can refinance your auto loan too. That means lower payments, lower interest rates, and higher monthly savings. Plus, you can wait up to 60 days to make your first payment. Go to firstmidwest.com/auto-refi to apply and drive down your car payments today. Member FDIC, subject to credit approval, vehicle insurance required.
You get a car, and you get a car. Would you like a car? Well, you get one. We all get cars.
Honey! It's 5 a.m. You just woke up the kids, and likely the neighbors.
Whoops. Sorry, got carried away again. Have you seen the savings this month since we switched insurance?
Jorgensen Insurance. Savings worth singing about. Go on, belt out how much you've saved with us since you've switched. Visit jorgenseninsurance.com.
The Max Kellerman Show.
And when you think about the Rams offense and what McVay can do with Stafford, like think about what he did with Goff and Gurley. Remember a couple years ago, it was like the Rams have 3 MVPs on their team. 3 guys in the conversation. About 2/3 of the way through that season, I'd say. The Rams' offense has not been the same since. And going into this season, I thought, you know what? They got Cam Akers now. Since week 11 of last season, including the playoffs, Akers is number 1 in rushing yards, scrimmage yards, and scrimmage touchdowns on the Rams. So I thought, they got their guy now. That offense is going to be a problem. In fact, even talking about, will Stafford win a Super Bowl on the Rams, my first instinct would say no. That is a huge hit for the Rams to take.
The Max Kellerman Show. Weekdays at 2 on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170.
Hey, I'm Andy. If you don't know me, it's probably because I'm not famous. But I did start a men's grooming company called Harry's. The idea for Harry's came out of a frustrating experience I had buying razor blades. Most brands were overpriced, overdesigned, and out of touch. At Harry's, our approach is simple. Here's our secret. We make sharp, durable blades and sell them at honest prices for as low as $2 each. We care about quality so much that we do some crazy things, like buy a world-class German blade factory. Obsessing over every detail means we're confident in offering a 100% quality guarantee. Millions of guys have already made the switch to Harry's, so thank you if you're one of them. And if you're not, we hope you give us a try with this special offer. Get a Harry starter set with a 5-blade razor, weighted handle, shave gel, and a travel cover. All for just $3 plus free shipping. Just go to harrys.com and enter 5510 at checkout. That's harrys.com, code 5510. Enjoy.
We talk about every NFL game, Sundays, Mondays, Thursdays, even Saturdays. Get your football fix right here on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170.
Welcome back, everybody, to Don't Ask Us Local here on AM 1170.
Well, it's a jam-packed day. I mean, we had to do our Guest Alliance first time of the season. We've got to look at some of the games that's going on here. T-Ray, you're busy tomorrow. You'll be back on Thursday. Adrian and I looked at some of these games before, but we've got to look at that for the over-under, and then from there we can eventually get to who our division winners are, who wins the AFC NFC Championship, and, make predictions on who wins the Super Bowl. So this is all for helping you guys out there, because then you can go to your local wagering app and bet the over-under based on what we say, or go against us, whatever else. So it's all for fun. It's all for a little help. So we've done New Orleans, Carolina, and Atlanta in the NFC South. Now we've got Tampa Bay.
Wow. So I'm looking at their schedule here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see a lot of losses. I
I
really
have
want
4.
Really? I'm serious. I want to see how you got to 4. All right. In all seriousness, not to sound like Dan Orlovsky, so I'm going to pick them to beat Dallas because Orlovsky's an a-hole, and I don't want to sound like an a-hole. He's the worst. But they just fire him.
Shots fired at him.
He can come at me.
He's going up. He's going to be around for a while, man. He makes his rounds. He's going to be like the next Max Kellerman.
He makes his rounds all right.
Max Kellerman's now on the morning show.
Yeah, like a toilet seat.
Is he really?
Yeah, they booted out the one guy with Jay Will and Keyshawn. The other guy's out.
So
Max
Kellerman's
started.
on there?
Yeah, started today.
I wonder why.
Wow.
Because the show sucked? Oh, I can't say that. Anyway, yes, I'll have them beating Dallas. They're going to beat Atlanta. I'm just going to go down this quick. You guys tell me when I'm wrong.
Sure.
I think they win in L.A.
I have them losing in L.A.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think all cylinders should be clicking in L.A. by week 3, easily, in my opinion. I think Matt Stafford is really going to change that team.
Okay. This is a stacked team. Okay, I don't see him losing that game, but that is one of their tough games. I'll give you that. At New England, he's not losing to Bill Belichick.
Nope,
all right, I'm sorry. Miami at home, I think they win that game. At Philly, I don't see any problems winning that. Chicago at home, I know they lost to Chicago last year, but I'm sorry, Adrian. It's a different team.
I feel you.
Okay. At New Orleans, I already picked them to win that. Then a bye, and then they go to Washington. I think that bye and then getting able to go to Washington helps them out with that. But that could be a tough game if that defense of Washington gets after it. Giants is not a tough game. At Indy, maybe a tough game, but I have them winning that.
Mm-hmm.
At Atlanta, had them winning that. Buffalo at home. This is their toughest game. Right now, I'm going to give them the loss just because I can't predict them to go undefeated again.
Tom's beat Buffalo a lot.
Well, what do you guys think? Do they beat Buffalo at home?
I don't think they beat Buffalo at home. I just also think Buffalo's going to be fighting for more things than what Tampa Bay is going to be fighting for.
Well, that's what I'm saying. At this point, Tampa Bay's undefeated, and there's only 4 more games left. And these are the 4 more games. New Orleans at home, at Carolina, at the Jets, Carolina at home. I'll give Buffalo the victory just because I don't want them to go undefeated again in my predictions, because like I did last year, Jay.
Yep.
I'll give them that. And you, Adrian, you might be right with the Rams.
I think the Rams got a pretty good chance,
But
especially at home.
Worst case scenario, the teams I see that can beat them, Buffalo, the Rams, Dallas, and Washington.
Not the Patriots at home?
I don't think the Patriots stand a chance. I'm sorry. Those are the only 4 teams I could see beating them.
Not Justin Fields led Chicago Bears on week 7.
Anything can happen in football, but I'm just saying it.
I feel you. Yeah,
I
understand what you're saying.
If Justin Fields is the quarterback, a lot of things are different in Chicago.
I actually just have them losing that last game at Carolina just because they're not fighting for anything at that point. Everybody's sitting.
And that's a possibility.
That's the reason why I have them losing that last game at Carolina.
Okay. But this, man, Almost unfair. It's almost like they build a super team or something, Jay.
Almost. Yeah.
Like Brady builds a super team and nobody hates him. LeBron doesn't. Everybody thinks he's a jerk.
Mm-hmm.
Preach, man.
Just saying.
Preach.
Maybe it's because one of them is a jerk and the other one isn't as much as a jerk.
LeBron's not a jerk.
He's kind of a jerk.
Oh, he's nice.
Oh.
He's not that nice.
Well, this week, reached out, already sent a text message to Emily Van Buskirk to figure out what we're going to do there. I got to figure out Kakert's schedule. I don't know if the Iowa press conference was today, if it got moved back to Wednesday. We want to talk to him about Iowa State. I'll reach out to Roding, too, Lucy, see if she can make a phone call, talk about the Iowa State game and give some insight. She did another. Did you see any of her tweets or whatever else when she trolled?
She trolled the entire Big Ten on their fan base.
Yeah, the fan. You didn't hear the other one though when she went in and she joined a Nebraska fan base and left a message about how it was unfair that the Big Ten rigged it just because Burt Bellamel, she basically purposely spelled it wrong. They wanted him to get a win, and people were like, "Yeah, that's true." She did it to LSU too this week.
Yes, LSU was very upset with her.
Yeah, it was like 2 minutes, and I couldn't put it on the air because she has to read out loud because people are calling her like they're using F-bombs or whatever else. But she's like, it basically does the same thing. Like, you're delusional, and she's like, bring back Nick Saban. I can't wait till he comes back to LSU. And some guy's like, you're on your meds and you're drunk, and she's like, it's against my religion, and she just keeps going back and forth. She got booted out of it within like an hour.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so we'll talk to her because I mean she's been doing a great job on Twitter and TikTok, and she's the one that 2 years ago. So I don't know if you have seen. I know I told you about it, but she went up to Iowa State. And she basically posed like an Iowa State. This is when she was at Iowa as an Iowa State student, and acted like she was like doing for their local program, and be like, "Who's your favorite Iowa State player?" And they'd be like, and they're like, "Don't you think Iowa State quarterback Nate Stanley is going to win the Heisman?" And they'd be like, "Yeah, absolutely." And they have no idea.
Oh man, I gotta look at that.
Yeah, she would talk to him all that stuff.
Well, she basically did the man on the street bit.
Yeah. And she just getting all kind of So it was really good. So we'll try to reach out and talk to her as well. And then we'll see what's going on, everybody else going here. But we should be firing up here on full cylinders when you come back on Thursday, and then when you're done with your trip to Wisconsin, too. Yeah. Golfing.
It's not that I don't love you.
I know. You're busy. It's all right. I'm okay. It's everyone else. They're the ones that speculate all kinds of nonsense. Yeah. I hope you get your softball game in tonight, Adrian.
It looks like all signs point to playing some softball tonight.
I'm rooting for you, Adrian.
Hey, thanks, man.
Appreciate that.
Tired of driving to Bettendorf and then getting there, and they're like, "Oh, we're done."
Yeah.
All right.
So, we just got to finish this up, post a few more things. My last time to remind you of this, before I make a post about it, you got no football for the first time in 5 days. You got 2 days off. You can go ahead and you can start binge watching Titletown. On Netflix. 8 episodes, 35 minutes apiece.
All right.
It's coming right as soon as I get done with Manifest. I'm deep inside Manifest.
I tried starting Ted Lasso, and Amy fell asleep. She sucks.
That's great.
Ted Lasso's fantastic.
Have you guys seen Clickbait?
I haven't watched it yet.
Clickbait.
I was going to get on it. Yeah.
Hop on that one.
Okay. All right.
Marvel's What If.
That's a cartoon.
And I think I'm going to go see Shang-Chi. What's it called? Shang-Chi?
Shang-Chi? I think it's Shang-Chi.
It sucks I can't pronounce
it.
Yeah. Legend of the Ten Rings.
I think I'm going to go Thursday.
In China.
I'm hoping to go Thursday.
Of course it's banned in China.
Huh?
It's pronounced China.
It's banned in China. Marvel's not happy about it. Because the original bad guy in this thing in the comics is Fu Manchu. In the original, not in the movie.
Okay.
And they don't like the Chinese stereotypes that they brought along, even though Marvel wrote this years and years ago. But they're going to ban it just because of that. Marvel's not happy because they're going to lose a lot of money off of it.
Yeah, they are.
Oh well,
they'll
quit kissing Chinese butt, Marvel.
They'll get it on Disney.
All right, great day, gentlemen. Appreciate you guys being in here, and we will take care of it. We'll be back tomorrow, and we're off and running. It's Cyhawk week. Everything. We'll see you guys then. Take care, Quad City. Stay safe and sanitized.
Peace.